What? Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining my co host Mary and I for another Spiritual Learning Thursday. Every Thursday, we go over a different topic. After we play the video on the topic, we'll take any questions that anyone has and we'll try to answer them the best that we can. If you have any ideas on what you would like to learn about in the next upcoming videos, please leave a comment. We will be with you shortly. If you would be so kind as to take this time to give a like and share out the video, it would be greatly appreciated. Sit back, enjoy the show. Thank you so much again for coming. Hey guys, how is everybody today? Sorry, it is so hot. How's everybody? Hello, Ryan. Hi, Irish. How are you? I just wish I had hair. Diane, how are you? Yeah, it's kind of I had to do this outside because it's so hot. And unfortunately, we don't have Mary to play the video, so I'm kind of gonna play the video for you guys. You're not gonna see it, uh, but you're gonna hear it, and then we're gonna talk about it. We'll see. I might switch from which one I'm on. That might work better. Anyway, that's it. That's what we're doing today. Mary hasn't been feeling well. Still keep prayers for Mary. Keep prayers for Christine's mom, who was in the hospital with a heart attack. Keep prayers for Misty's mom. Sorry about the train. And Danny's mom's doing better, so that's good. Thank you for the prayers for Danny's mom. So yeah, of course we got to keep all the moms. Yeah, I think it's better. Hey, Scott. If we change this around, I changed you around so you could see me better. There we go. I felt like it was too dark. Too dark. Just relaxing. I know it's so cold. I finally found my SB7 yesterday. Great. Talk to the spirits now, huh? I was doing a crossover yesterday on mine, and now my spirits are used to it. We do it 4 days a week. And but anyway, I was doing an extra one for a favor for someone, a spirit, a higher up spirit who had more spirits they needed to cross, right? So I was like, yeah, okay. Um, and like, so I had the box on, and I was so interested in listening to what they were saying that, like, finally they were just like, turn the damn thing off already. Like, we're done. Like, and I was like, oh, sorry. Like, what are you listening to? We're finished. It's just yapping from the neighborhood, probably, you know. It was funny. And then you feel like you're like impeding on their conversations, like they don't know you're there, and they're talking like the neighbor's ghost is talking to someone, and they're just like, why is she listening to us? Hey Pan, how are you? I hope you're well, sweetheart. I hope everybody's well. I hope Sis Tina's well. I haven't heard from her. Anybody's heard from her? Give prayers to Sis Tina. I know she had a problem with her hand. So I don't know if she needed a surgery and maybe she can't, work anything. I'm not sure. I haven't heard from her. So hopefully she's good. Um, yeah, I didn't share out. Maybe that's why we. I'm usually here every Thursday. We've been doing Thursdays for 6 months now, and I've been doing Wednesdays for like a year. Wednesdays, I read tarot cards or any kind of readings, answer questions. We do that kind of stuff. Divination on Wednesday, and Thursday, we do spiritual learning. So today, we're going to do spiritual symbols and what they mean and how you can use them. I'm glad you're well. So let's see if I could share this. Usually Mary does the sharing. Usually she shares. We'll just share it to Facebook Messenger. Wake everybody up. We'll just go down the list. Diane, sorry, you got one again. uh-uh. There we go. Oh, also prayers for Sherry's mom. Uh, can't forget Sherry's mom. Talking about Sherry, I can't find her on Messenger. I share to the same people all the time. They should just be there. Sherry. Send, send, send. Okay. And then now we got everybody. Hopefully. Oh, see, now there's 7. I hit one thing right. Yes. Sherry, PWI, Sherry. Yes, keep her mama in the prayers too, because her mama's not doing well. The mamas are just like had it with us. They just had it. Okay, so here we go. Now let's get back to where my video is that I'm going to play for you guys. Like I said, you might not see it that well, but you'll hear it. So that's something. Okay. Alrighty. 8 of you here. Thank you so much for joining us. Hey, Kelly. I'm heading out, but I'm leaving this running, going to a concert. Thanks for leaving me running and have a wonderful, wonderful time. What concert? Is it like, oh, are you going with dad to one of the ones in the park? Tell dad I said hi. Tell dad I said hi. Alrighty. So yeah, today we're doing spiritual symbols. Does anybody use a symbol on their altar? Do they have a tattoo of a spiritual symbol? Do you guys have something you wear that's a spiritual symbol? Thank you to all the lurkers. Like I have a tattoo of a cross and a rose. Um, but I don't normally wear a cross because I have one tattooed on my body, right? um, but there's so many spiritual symbols that actually this video is pretty long, and I only did like 21 fully, and then I gave a bonus 22 symbols, kind of. But there's so many, but I went like the ones that supposedly are used the most. Thank you so much, Scott. Alrighty. So we've been here a little bit. Let's see if I can get this going. Well, it's basically there. Like I said, you won't see it that great. Where's the layout? Present? Is there a present? I guess that is the biggest. That's the biggest. So you're gonna see, you know, our bedroom is too small. My pendulum broke in half and I need to look for a replacement. Well, I make pendulums and I can customize them. I have lots of different things. So you're welcome to tell me what you like and silver or gold and what kind of like stone, and I can make you something nice. I have a lot of sisters. I made Sherry, Drew, Kim, um, Tina. I think they all have a pendulum for me. I'm pretty sure they all did. So yeah. All right, so let's play this. Let's see what we got. Hopefully the volume's on. Kim! Okay. The volume is on, so here we go. I think you should be able to hear it. Hello, and welcome to another spiritual learning video. Today we're going to go over spiritual symbols and their meanings, how they have the power to connect people, and to help us better understand the cosmos. Spiritual symbols have been passed down from generation to generation through stories, myths, religious texts, and rituals. Today, their impact on human psyche is as important as ever. Spiritual symbols are signs and images that hold a specific meaning and represent certain beliefs, ideas, or concepts of spirituality. They help people understand and connect with deeper spiritual concepts. Since the dawn of our species, we've been trying to understand the world around us. We try to interpret it, and equally importantly, we try to give it meaning. Natural phenomena, death, and life itself, among others, are profound and unsolved mysteries, so we create those symbols to represent the kinds of forces that govern our lives. And this imagery helps us conceptualize these spiritual forces and allows us to connect with them on a higher level. While they may seem similar, spiritual symbols are different from spiritual alchemy symbols. The latter was used to denote certain elements and compounds, while the former is more about representing ideas. There are universal symbols called archetype images. They're very common in all human cultures as they tap into the collective unconscious, making them resonate with people across different backgrounds. And they can also be used as a tool for understanding the human psyche. Likewise, spiritual symbols have the power to connect people from all walks of life, and this can help them understand themselves and the cosmos better. If you're diving deeper into the world of meditation, Eastern religions, or spirituality, you've probably noticed a few recurring symbols yourself. The yin yang, the lotus flower, the dream catcher. There's tons. You may even own one as a piece of jewelry or have it tattooed somewhere on you. But what do they all represent, and how can you use them? The first symbol is the cross. A symbol of Christianity, represents the sacrifice of Jesus Christ on the cross for the redemption of humankind. Despite its simple geometric form, it delivers complex meanings such as love, finality, and fulfillment of promises. How can you use this symbol? Christians wear the cross usually in the form of a necklace. It serves as a reminder of their faith and connects them with Christ, his passions, and his ultimate sacrifice. Number 2, the Vajra, also known as the Dorje, is a sacred symbol in Tibetan Buddhism. It symbolizes the properties of the diamond, indestructibility, and the thunderbolt, irresistible force. And so it represents the indestructible nature of enlightenment and spiritual power. It's often used in Buddhist rituals and ceremonies. In meditation, this symbol can be held to channel the energy of clarity and wisdom. 3. The Hamza symbol can be traced back to a number of religions and traditions. It's known as the hand of Fatima in Islam, the hand of Mary in Christianity, and the hand of Maryam in Judaism. However, for Hindus and Buddhists, it represents the 5 senses and the mudras that affect them. Using it is similar to the evil eye in that it can be used as a spiritual symbol for protection from negative energy. It's also often used as a symbol of power and success. 4. Khanda, a double-edged sword, and the chakra in the middle between 2 single-edged swords are what makes up the Khanda symbol. It is the most important symbol of the Sikhs, a Dharmic religion from the 15th century, and it represents divine power. Besides Sikhs wearing the Khanda as an emblem of their faith, it's one of the ultimate symbols of power, be it spiritual or material. 5. The lotus flower, as part of the flora, has the ability to grow in muddy waters. For that reason, it represents the ability of humans to rise above life's challenges and obstacles and reach spiritual awakening. It's the symbol of purity and enlightenment. The lotus flower is well known for inspiring the lotus position, the cross-legged meditation pose. Furthermore, during meditation, you can visualize the lotus flower blooming within the heart and enhance your journey towards your own transformation. 6. The seal of Melchizedek. With roots in biblical narratives and other ancient texts, the seal is depicted as 2 interlocking squares creating an 8-pointed star. In ancient cultures, stars were believed to be gods, so in this context, the shape is a direct representation of Jesus Christ. This symbol is often also associated with a circle, either inside or outside the octagon, which of course represents eternity. It It can be used during mindfulness practices to help you find a sense of balance between the spiritual and physical aspects of your life. 7. Yin-yang. Deriving from Taoist philosophy, the yin-yang symbol represents the balance and harmony of opposites. What's more, the now universal symbol can help cultivate inner harmony and balance. It serves as a reminder to seek balance in life and understand the interconnectedness of all things. How can you use this? In yoga. It has inspired yin-yang yoga, a combination of yin yoga and yang yoga. In meditation, one can focus on the symbol to bring in a harmony and balance and try to understand the interconnectedness of all things. 8. Antikarana. This multi-dimensional symbol contains 3 times the number 7, the 7 chakras. It's a sacred symbol in Tibetan Buddhism, representing the bridge between the consciousness and the unconscious minds. It's said to ward off negative energy. Meditating on this symbol is believed to enhance self-awareness, healing, and spiritual growth. This yogic practice withdraws the senses, watches the mind, and becomes aware of the witnessing consciousness. You can use it to connect with your higher consciousness and inner wisdom. 9. The Tree of Life is a powerful symbol deeply rooted in Celtic spirituality and mythology. It depicts a tree with roots that can reach into the earth and branches that stretch towards the heavens. While this symbol has several different meanings across cultures, there are overreaching themes as to what it represents. It often signifies the unity of all life, the cycles of nature, and the connection between earth and heaven. In Celtic traditions, the symbol was invoked during ceremonies to honor the passing of the seasons and the wisdom of the natural world. Today, it can be used as a focal point during meditation practices, guiding you to contemplate your own connection with nature and the universe. 10. The Eye of Horus, a popular ancient Egyptian symbol. The Eye of Horus represents the eye of the god Horus, the god of the sun and the moon. It is also known as the Eye of the Falcon, which is a symbol of protection and health. According to the legend, Horus lost his eye during a battle with Set, the god of the desert and violence, but the eye was restored by Thoth, the god of wisdom. And for that reason, it's believed that the symbol has spiritual powers. The Eye of Horus can be used as an amulet or a talisman for protection, but besides safety, it can also be used for your health and spiritual well-being. Number 11, the infinity symbol, often depicted as a sideways figure 8, and represents the concepts of endlessness and the unified nature of all things. On a spiritual and metaphysical level, it can also carry the meaning of regeneration and eternal life. You can wear an infinity symbol as jewelry. This can act as a reminder of your boundless potentials within yourself and the world around you. Number 12, the spiral sun, also known as the first healer, which is a Native American symbol. For many Native American tribes, the sun was the first shaman and thus the first healer. The spiral sun is often used in meditation, especially in visualizations. In visualizations, the spiritual symbol acts as a vacuum that draws away unwanted and unnecessary energy from your body. 13. Siyanchi is a sacred geometric symbol. It consists of 9 interlocking triangles enveloped in a circle. The upright triangles represent Shiva, the female energy. The 5 downward triangles represent Shanti, the male energy. At the center, there is Bindu, the point at which all creation came to be. Meditating on the symbol is said to promote healing and balance on all levels, physical, emotional, and spiritual. Number 14, the 5 Reiki symbols.
The symbols are sacred symbols used in Reiki healing, the Japanese energy healing technique. Each one holds a specific purpose and intention to channel healing energy. The first enhances the flow of Reiki energy. The second aids in healing emotional and mental imbalances. The third enables Reiki to transcend time and space for distant healing. The fourth represents enlightenment, oneness, and the highest level of healing energy. And the last helps to ground and seal the energy after a Reiki session. You can use these during a Reiki session. Practitioners draw the power they need from these symbols to enhance the healing process. Number 15, Ankh, also known as the breath of life. The Ankh is one of the oldest symbols of eternal life and rebirth. This ancient Egyptian symbol is made up of a cross and a hoop. The cross represents the physical plane of existence, and the hoop symbolizes eternity. The Ankh is mostly used as a reminder of our spiritual transcendence and for conceptualizing the continuity of the soul beyond this life. 16. Bagawa Map is a fundamental tool in the feng shui. It promotes balance and positive energy flow. It's an octagonal grid that divides a space into 8 sections, each corresponding to a different aspect of your life, such as wealth, relationships, and careers. To use the map, you overlay it onto the layout of a room, aligning one of its sides with the entrance. Each section of it corresponds to a different area of your life, and you can apply feng shui principles to enhance those areas. 17. The dream catcher has been used by Native Americans for many centuries. When hanging on the cradle of children or even the bed of adults, it's believed to protect the sleeper by filtering out nightmares and allowing only good dreams. Traditionally, they are made from hoop, net, or web and are adorned with feathers and beads. You can hang a dream catcher from your bed for a peaceful night's sleep. It's also believed that the dream catcher can keep away evil spirits. The natives believed the night air was filled with dreams, both good and bad. 18. The evil eye. It usually takes the form of an eye with a blue or black pupil on a white background. Its origins can be traced to ancient Mesopotamia, and to this day, it's believed that it could ward off curses through its protective force. The evil eye is very easy to use. Wear it as jewelry, display it in your home or your business to repulse jealousy, deflect harm, thoughts, and protect yourself from negative energy. All it needs is your intentions. Number 19, the Helm of Awe, is associated with protection and courage in Norse mythology. It consists of 8 arms radiating from a central point, positioned as if it will defend it from anything and everything that attempts to attack. The Helm of Awe can be used in modern practices, usually through visualization or meditation, for protection and empowerment and to signify strength and bravery. It can also be worn as jewelry to symbolize inner strength and courage. 20. Mjolnir is an enchanted hammer of the god Thor. Representing strength and protection, it's associated with divine power and valor in Norse mythology. Mjolnir pendants and jewelry are worn as symbols of strength and protection, particularly in modern Norse pagan practices. You can wear it as a symbol for the same reason as well. 21. Pentacle. Similar to the pentagram, this 5-pointed star is enclosed in a circle. The pentacle is also found in pagan traditions and is the symbol of protection, balance, and the elements. To use the pentacle, it can be worn as jewelry or used on altars during rituals to invoke the elements and spiritual energies. A lot of spiritual people also use numbers as symbols. Symbol of unity. In some cultures, the number 21 represents a unity and coming together. This symbolism arises from the belief that the number combines the qualities of the number 2 and 1, representing durability and individuality, respectively. Working with spiritual symbols can be meaningful and powerful. Here are some things to keep in mind, though. The first is set intentions. Setting intentions direct your behaviors and help you achieve your goals. Without an end goal, there's no motivation. So prior to beginning your practice, set an intention for what you want to achieve. The second is to create a special space. Your altar is a spiritual sanctuary, no matter how big or small. Adorn it with items that bring you a sense of tranquility. The sky's the limit here. You can include candles, crystals, or anything else that resonates with you, including symbols. The third, visualizing, doesn't only deepen your connection with your spiritual symbol, it also helps embody the qualities it represents. Alternatively, you can learn how to draw spiritual symbols and try to maintain your focus on the procedure and the drawing per se during your drawing session. Bonus, the Aum symbolizes the universe and the ultimate reality. It is the most important Hindu symbol. Basically, symbols are everywhere and they can be used to enhance your spiritual journey. And I hope this video gave you a little more insight into them. Thank you for watching another spiritual learning video. Please check out the playlist Spiritual Learning for more content. We'll see you again soon.
We'll see you again soon. So, a lot of info. I tried to give you as much as I could without making the video like an hour. I was thinking almost I should have cut it in two, but I think it's okay. I think it's watchable. You know, it's not super long and overbearing, and it gave just the right amount of info, I think, on every one. So, yeah, but a lot of them to think about. A lot of them I didn't know, um, even though they're so universal. So, I might be getting a few of them or drawing them and maybe making a sign with them, you know, especially the protection ones, like the ones near the end were the protection ones. So yeah, I was thinking I can draw them on a sign or something. I can include just like one of those black string ones. You want it that long? Try not to make them that long, like holdable, you know. When I make the pendulums, I don't really. Sometimes I'll make them as bracelets, but usually I just make them just as a pendulum, and you put it in a little pouch and you carry it, and if you need it, but I don't normally. I can add in a protection necklace, like a little bottle with like protection stones and stuff that will help. Um, because you don't really want the protection stones so far down either near your heart, because the black stones are not good for your heart chakra. So usually protection stones, like I'll wear on my a ring, or on a bracelet, on your ankle, in your pocket, on a keychain, but don't wear them on a necklace where it's going to hit your heart, because it messes with the heart chakra. Actually, I was all messed up. I used to wear them all the time on my neck, bottles of like black tourmaline or stuff. And I mean, one of the time it really did save me. I went on a investigation with James the Fam, and I brought home a spirit caught. It got caught in my tourmaline necklace. It was a little bottle with tourmaline. It got caught in there. When I got home, my ex-boyfriend, who could see auras, was like, "What the frick did you bring home in your necklace?" He's like, "It's fucking glowing. It has an aura now." And I was like, "Oh, damn." Um, so yeah, it worked, but it's better not to have it near your heart chakra. It's better to, like I said, have it on a ring or something. Um, or, when you're going to go on an investigation, then have it like, hanging off your pocket or something so that it stops it, but not near your heart. Anyway, so when I went to the guru to have a reading, and he was like, "Why the hell are you putting? You can't have these black stones. This is why you're all screwy." He goes, "You can have these black stones that's screwing with your heart chakra." And I was like, "Oh." So I never wear black stones on my chain anymore. So, sure, that will work. I'm glad I told you. I didn't know that. Yes. Yeah, so I'll give you a protection necklace you can wear. Um, that doesn't include the black stones, and then the pendulum will be separate that you just use as your pendulum, not as a necklace too. Like it'd be separate. You know. Yep, I don't wear my shungolite necklace anymore. Yeah. Yeah, messes the black ones mess with your heart chakra. You gotta put them on. I have my black stones. I have one on my keychain. I have a raw black tourmaline. I have one on my ring. I will use them in my pendulums because I'm not wearing my pendulums. I'm just, although Sarah wanted, she made sure she told me, Sarah wanted labradorite as her pendulum. So I'm sure Martin will tell me what he wants as the pendulum. What's his favorite stone to use and what he needs, the best he can communicate with you, because that's really the thing when you're making pendulums. You want the your spirit guide who's using it to be comfortable with and to resonate with what you're making. So when I made Sister Sherry's and Kim's has a dream catcher, right, Kim? Kim's has I made her when her pendulum has a dream catcher on it. Yeah, it's really all of the spirit guides, when they knew I was making it, came to tell me, no, yes, no, what they wanted on it. So, I mean, some of them were really like, Sherry's aura wanted like a million charms. I was like, it's gonna be like 5 miles long. How's she gonna turn it? It's gonna hit her in the face. But I did what made them happy. That's how I do. So yeah, you know. Yep, and an arrowhead. Right. Yep. So so yeah, so but if you like anything particular, Scott, like I don't know, I have owls, I have tarot card charms, I have of course stones, and I have all different things. I have a beading, like I made oh, you know who else has one? Misty. And Misty had one. Hers had all the chakra stones on it. So it's so pretty. The chakra stones, and I believe it had her pendulum, the chakra stones, and it was an amethyst pendulum. I'm pretty sure, but she wanted the chakra stones, and it had a really pretty like thing to hold. Yeah, a lot of people have my pendulum. They're very useful. They work well because they're made with love and they're made for you guys. So my intention is to make it for you guys with love for your spirit guides and for it to work for you. So it's kind of nicer to get a pendulum from someone rather than like, hey, by the way, I'm gonna go to this store and I'm just gonna pick one out, on Amazon, which they made with a machine or something. Yeah, please ask Martin. Communication between me and him, us, important, especially with the knee injury. Right. I just made a bracelet with obsidian, lava stones, Indian agate, and dragon's blood. Ooh, it sounds fabulous. That Martin pick, I will. Yes. um, yeah, because Sherry told me like, oh, I like the universe and like star things. So and then like when Aura came, she put some of that, but then she put her own spin on it, like what she wanted. Yeah, but it was good. I tried. I tried. But I asked them because I have to make one for Evie too, because I have to make one for Kathy. And for some reason, when I said, "Oh, I'm gonna make her one," I heard butterflies, but now I have to find my butterfly charms. So I have to go digging. I have 3 big bins full of stuff to make pendulum. Because that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna just make pendulums and sell them on the side, right? And I just like there's like not a big enough market for me to make pendulums all day to sell like two. So now I just really sell them to the people who like I know. Although I never forget, I was walking in the street and I Celestial. I like too. There's some on my wand. Yes. Um, I I went to a crystal store in Bayshore where I was living. I trust you to talk to Martin on my behalf. Yes. Yes. Um, and I, showed him some pendulums, and I'm like, you want to try to sell them in your store, and then I'll come back. If you sell any, we'll split it. What do you want to sell them for? And then I moved like unexpectedly. I never went back. So he actually got, I don't know, 5 free pendulums in his store hanging. I don't know. Anyway, um, so um, so as I was walking, I went to like this thrift store like around the corner from him, and I was talking to this woman, and she was like, "Yeah," I was telling her she just was visiting, and I'm like, "Oh yeah, over there is a crystal store. I just came from there. I wanted to show him my pendulums." And she's like, "I'm really looking for one." I'm like, "Well, I have some, you know, that I made if you want to look at them." I held them up, and right away she's like, "Can I hold this one?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she held it, and it turned, and she was like, um, "Can I buy this from you?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "How much?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, we're in the street. I don't freaking know. I can't take card in the street or something." So I'm like, uh, "What do you want? Between $10 and $15? Is that good?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I think she gave me 20. She was like, "Here, thank you. I needed this, and this is what I needed." And I was like, "Okay." Like random on the street, like it was meant to be that she saw me and she obviously needed that pendulum. So, yeah. Um, if I could have a little booth somewhere, that'd be so nice. Like, I was thinking just to put a little sign in front of the house and just sit there. Like, but it can't be this hot. It has to be like in September. Like September, maybe I could do that. On Saturday, put like signs around. Craft sale in the yard craft sale. Maybe when these guys go on vacation upstairs, so the car's not in and out, and I could sit out there and sell my stuff in the yard. You're allowed to do that. They can't charge you. It's like a yard sale. you know, might do that. But anyway, so yeah. So, but I'm big. I'm big on like, well, like I said, I have the cross on me, so I don't wear a cross because I have it tattooed on me, right? And then I always usually have an evil eye on me, but um I actually don't recently. And the only other thing that I will never leave the house without, I don't care. I don't take it off ever, ever, ever. It's been on since the spirits told me no, you need it and it works. It's been on me since then, I mean, I've changed chains, I put other things with it, but it never comes off. If I have to like clean it, I just take it off. I hold it. I don't ever let it go out of me. And that is my Starulite. And the Starulite is so you don't get any spirit attachments. And yeah, in my line of work, it's very important that you don't get any spirit attachments. Even though I have a lot of protection, you never know. So I don't go anywhere without it. That's like my thing. That and a piece of black tourmaline is like all I need. And I'm a happy girl. Hi, Andre. How are you? So yeah. So that's mostly what I use, but I'm gonna actually look more into the symbols. Like I do actually have a dream catcher hanging over my bed that I do have. Um, the dream catcher, the evil eye, the cross, my crystals. But symbols, no other ones. I do like the tree of life. I have it hanging out. Hi, Danny. Kisses to you. Um, yeah. So I think that's about all the ones like I really use. Um, we just watched a video that I did about spiritual symbols, Danny. So we were just saying which ones we use out of that long list of ones that, you know. So there was a lot of interesting ones, like, you know, that I'd never heard of that I'm thinking I might have to incorporate uh, in at least in my protection. Um, so yeah, that's what we're talking about. And there was a whole bunch. There was 21 of them. Well, 22. I gave a bonus. Bonus. But yeah. So that's what we did. The video, I believe I have it set up for 6:30. Let me just see. Um, oh, I have to be on manage videos. Hello, where are you? Um, 6:30. I would say 7:30. Oh yeah. So it's set up for 7:30. So it will go the video if you want to just rewatch it, or if you came in late and you know, or you just want to hear some of the like like, oh, I heard one of those I really want to use. Um, then you can go back and listen to it. It really was a good video. Yes, he is doing great on his walks. And those stairs, man, I can't believe what a great time he ended with. Like, amazing. Um, yeah, I can't, like, I tried to do some treasure hunting the other day, and I think I got through 3 blocks, and I'm like, my back hurts, everything hurts. But I came home with some great stuff. Pots, pans. But I'm gonna use those. I don't have an oven, so I'm gonna like decorate the cookie sheets and maybe use them as signs. Um, but the big humongous pot, that's so good in the winter for like soup. Um, Andre, what's going on? What's the crying for? You're not good today. I'm sorry you're not good. Um, you had a lovely reading though yesterday. You should be doing good. Your future is bright. All the time you have a reading from Marissa. She always, you know, always is always has good things for coming your way. So, oh yeah, Scott. Well, Scott, you could do the soup can boogie and at least get your hands going. Or you could do what I did and stick the soup cans to your feet and lift them. And then that might help you. Yeah. Well, you don't have where you could sit outside like I have this little backyard area or front yard area where you can sit, Scott, and put your feet in the grass. That'd be nice. If you didn't see that shout out video I did for Danny that time for his strongman channel where I made my own kind of soup can boogie, it was very funny. Very funny. I still have nightmares about putting them on my feet because they really did. I was like, oh no, I haven't used these muscles in my thighs. I can't do this. I'm like, damn, this is good exercise. Danny, forget that rowing machine. Just tape up the soup cans to your feetsies. And that's it. And that's it. Yep. Yeah, upper body workout. Yeah, why not? You don't want to, be because if you're laid up with your leg, you got to do, got to do the other stuff. I remember that. Yes, Kim. And we also did in that video, we did the coffee shimmy. The coffee shimmy. Yes. Which I do like all day long, the coffee shimmy. Yeah. Outside the front door with rolling chair, it's possible. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's it. Even just to sit outside, just to get some real air out of the AC. Out of the AC air. Kim. Ah, yes, the coffee shimmy. That's about all the exercise I do. Well, today I did the potato peely. All I did was sit and peel potatoes. I have so many potatoes. I was sitting there peeling them to make. So yeah, the potato peely. That's another good one. That's a good exercise for the arms. Yes. So don't forget, everybody, prayers for all the mamas. We got Sherry's mama. We got Christine's mama. We got, well, Danny's mom's doing better. Thank you for the prayers. We've got Misty's mama. They're all very sick. If we could say some prayers for the mamas, that'd be awesome. Still sending prayers to Mary for feel better. Um, and Tina, sister, because I haven't seen her. Kim, have you seen Tina, sis? I hope she's doing well. I know she had that thing with her hand, but I haven't seen her in that almost 2 weeks now. Gonna have to message her. She was on my mind all day today. So obviously, I have to message her. I have to. So hopefully I didn't miss anybody. But of course, anybody who wants some prayers down there, ones I haven't heard before. Yes. Yeah, the coffee shimmy, you just take 2 coffee cups and drink one, one, one. You get a lot of motion going on there. And hey, if your wife gives you a bag of potatoes, just peel those suckers for her. Ah, thank you, Scott. Yeah, prayers to all the mamas. And if you don't pray, just send the happy vibes. And yeah. But I haven't seen a few people like recently. Christine came in yesterday and that's when she told us about her mama, so um yeah. But it's also summer, people are on vacation. They don't want to come and listen to me yabba dabba do all day. Yabba dabba do. Yabba dabba do, but I at least go at least an hour because I have to see you guys. You make me happy, all of you guys. So, yeah, we do have plenty of coffee cups. There you go. You put, yeah, you don't even have to put coffee. You can put water in them. Choo 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 choo. And then you can make the water shimmy. But yeah, always love and light for healing. Be back for everyone every day. Yes. Kim, did you hear from Tina recently? I'm just curious. I don't have the WhatsApp app anymore because my phone died. My little fan died today. I almost had a nervous breakdown. I'm like, why? It's overworked. Ah, Danny, I was just asking him about the Grove Kim today. I was like, well, haven't seen it. What's the blueberries doing? What's going on? And because mom has been sick, he hasn't had time to do the weeds, so nature took over the grove. So he will get out there. But it's they're all still happy because they got their little fruities there. We might not be able to see them, but they can. Yep, that's the same thing I asked him, Kim. Haven't seen the grove. I have not. I don't have WhatsApp. Oh, you don't have it either, huh? Yeah. I think that's mostly where they talk, but I do Messenger. You're giving me a good ideas. There you go. Yeah, I've been with my back injury. I can't do too much because I can't bend. Because I can't bend, I could really only do certain things. So the most I could do is gardening. I'll pull some weeds. Even that's a killer. Right now, my garden is looking crazy. My son's going to do it this weekend. I told him, nope, you got to do it. We'll try soon. Yeah. Show us the grove even with the grass. We don't care. um, yeah. Stand on the roof of your house and just put the camera down, and then we'll see it, without, too much grass. There you go. I wish I had money to send it for a tree for me, but I don't have it. I'm sure we could find a tree for you. Maybe one of the Grove goers will gift one. You know, things appear sometimes if you just ask. Danny might go there and there might be a tree just for you in there. They'll be like, hey, this is for Kim. And he won't know where it came from. It just be there. Sometimes you just have to ask and you shall receive. So just, you know, put your intentions into a tree in the grove for you or a little plant. I'm sure stranger things have happened. Look at Misty when she wanted something and then all of a sudden it was in her garden and it was just there. She was like, where'd it come from? How did it grow already? It's in its second maturity. It was just there one day. So it could happen. I need to sell a bunch of my movies I don't watch anymore. Yeah. Sell them now before, you know, movies go extinct because everything's going to be streaming now. Discs, all this stuff, you know. I saw somebody the other day had All Out. Yep, Kimmer has one almost ready. See that? Nah. See? Somebody had outside boxes full of VHS tapes. Boxes and boxes. I don't have a VHS player anymore. I remember my son was upset. You got rid of all my movies. What the fuck are we going to do with them? I can't even buy a VCR anymore. Like, you know, once the VCR went, you can't buy it anymore. That shit is vintage now. They're going to charge you a fortune. You used to be able to get them $15, you know. Now they're going to charge you 500. You know, I'm like, no. You watch that shit on, you know, Netflix or some crap. You know, Roku, whatever the hell they have now. Hmm. Ah, see that? See that, Kim? And I was gonna say I have seeds. I can send some to Danny. I do seeds because I've been planting. So I have like over 300 or more DVDs that I don't watch. Yeah, because once you watch something, how many times can you watch it? The only DVDs that I wish I had, um, because I can never watch them free. They're always trying to charge me. Is the Goonies, Zantora. For some reason, I love that movie. Probably those two, really, just to have. I'm putting out my intentions to heal successfully and be at a job or something I enjoy doing. There you go. See that? And set some intentions to that dream catcher your wife has. Like, hey, can you help us have lovely, you know, dreams or visions or whatever, you know, protection from anything bad getting in your dreams, whatever you want. Because just hanging the dream catcher there, it may work if you said, oh, I really think this works for this, you know, but if she just hung it there like decoration, it's going to be just decoration, which is what, you know, when I first started this, I really didn't realize. And I had all these crystals, but I would just put them like, okay, this does this, I need it. This does this, I need it. But I didn't like hold it and go, listen, this is what I need it for, you know? Like, Now, if I really need something, I'll grab the one that's supposed to be for that, and I'll be like, listen, like the lapis, I really need help with my back pain. I want to get rid of it. Can you help? And, and then I would wear that lapis. Because lapis is supposed to help with back pain. It's crazy. I don't watch many movies more than once. Right. You just don't, like, unless you really, really liked it. But a lot of them, like I said, you can stream free. Like the other day, I watched Overboard. Does anybody remember that movie? And man, when I watched it again, it was streaming free on YouTube, actually. YouTube has a free movie spot. And I go free movies on YouTube and I go and I see what's on. And they had Overboard. Man, I forgot how cool that movie was. The only ones that never stream for free, even if they're like 500 years old, is the stupid whichever ones Disney owns, which I think is horrific. Like Mr. Boogedy is like literally as old as I am. Okay? I shouldn't have to pay to watch a 30-year-old movie, you know? And they're like, "Well, you don't have to pay if you get the Disney app." Well, guess what? The Disney app is 11.99 a month. It's as much as Netflix. Get the hell out of here. I remember it. Yes, Kim, that was I watched it again. I was like, "Yeah, this is a good movie." Every night I put a movie on for the kiddos, Um, and I try to find ones that I know they're okay because I don't want to put anything on crazy and it's like scary or gross or has too much, adult stuff in it because they're kiddos. So I was like, no, that movie's good. And when I watched it, I was like, yeah, I like this movie. Yeah, Overboard. Yeah, it was a good movie. I need to put my Tree of Life shelf my daughter got me for my birthday last year. It holds a lot of crystals. Oh, yes. Yep. I have the crystals all over the place, but like I said, when I really need it, I'm like, okay, let me cleanse it. Let me say what I need it for. Let me use it. Um, because most of them I had just like got them and put them on the shelf and. Okay, need to get bowled down. Hugs to you, Danny. Much love. Mwah, I love you. 80s movies I will watch more often. Feel good things. Right. Well, that's what it is. But you should be able to watch them for free because the 80s, guess what? That was like 30 something years ago. Okay. So, like, what's another good one? But Disney also has Hulu app with it now. And like Star Wars and Avengers has a lot of things. We have it in the Grand. I know. Listen to me, 11.99 a month. I was like, no, I don't even pay. Well, maybe now because they raised it. I pay 11.99 a month for premium for YouTube, and that's it. And what I'm pissed about for YouTube is too, like they have okay, the free movies, they're okay, but like they have YouTube like movies where you could just watch movies on YouTube or um but you got to pay for that too and I'm like but I'm already paying YouTube Premium. Does like if I got that one, does that come with YouTube Premium? Like why all these fucking charges? Like there should be one package for YouTube. Like I don't know, I have to like it's very hard to get in touch with YouTube to like ask them anything cuz you know maybe now because I'm monetized, they might talk to me, but man, before you couldn't get them. My wife has Disney Plus. Sometimes I watch it. Yeah, I had the app for about 2 months, and then I'm like, no, I don't watch this enough to pay 11.99. I got it for the kids, because there were some movies we wanted to watch, and I'm like, no, I can't. Like, we're gonna have to watch whatever's on Netflix or whatever's on YouTube free, or whatever. Like, there's a lot of different sites. Like if you type it in like Tubi and maybe Plex and some other ones that if they can stream it free, they will, and I'll just click on it and I'll watch it. But a lot of them, if Disney owns it, it will not stream free, which I think is horrific. I think it's horrific for 30-year-old movies that you've already made your money probably 9,000 times over that I still have to pay to watch it. Just put it on with commercials like TV. Stream it with commercials for free. The commercial people are going to pay for it. I don't mind. Like Tubi, and there's another one. They have commercials. I forget what the other one is. I like that one too. I don't mind watching the commercials. I click it. It plays. There's a commercial, every few minutes, and it doesn't matter. It's 1 30-second commercial, whatever, like for a game, for whatever. And it plays the movie. I don't mind watching the commercials. I don't want to pay to watch the movie though. Like it doesn't make sense. That's why you have commercials. Bridgerton, good series. I'm trying not to get into any more series that Netflix does or anybody else. Every time I like something, they end it abruptly and they never make an ending. And it pisses me the shit off. Like, how long have we been waiting for the last Stranger Things? Since 2002. It's going to be 2005 before it comes out. Like, real, like, well, what the fuck is wrong with you? I don't know. It pisses me off. I'm not getting into any more series. I don't care how good they are. There was another series I was watching because I did do Paramount Plus for a while. And it was about ghosts. And, like, I can't find it again. I can't find if there's a new season or anything. But every single show that I like, they end without an ending. The only one that I could say thank you to Netflix for is they actually picked up the name of it left me. I never watched Stranger Things. That was the best. Wait until season 5 comes out on Netflix and then watch all of it. Because there's no point in watching it now and then the last part will never come out. And then you'll be screwed waiting for, It really was a fabulous one. I think the kids and I went through it twice. But because it had 4 seasons. But, that's what they do. What was it? The Kim with the devil. What was that show with the devil? What was his name? Anyway, the show with the devil. Why can't I think of it? I loved that show. And they abruptly ended it on TV and everybody was up in arms. Like, how could you end it and not put an ending? Netflix picked it up from the station and made one shorter, like Lucifer, yes, made one shorter like season and ended it so there was a freaking ending. Even if you decide you don't want to do it anymore and make like a mini series of an hour to end it. That Zoo, that series Zoo, I loved it. How they left you was insane. I would have liked to choke the person who did that. I want to choke them. Like, I want to make my own ending to that. Like, I think somebody should pick that up. Like, it's horrid. Hi, Pam. Yes, Lucifer, Pam. Yeah, like, you need to end things. You can, like, I get so annoyed. So I will not watch any more series. I'll watch a movie because there's an ending. Although sometimes there's not even an ending to a movie. The kids love extraterrestrial stuff. They love the space and the aliens, right? So I always look for them. So there was this movie called what was it called? Somebody tell me. It was supposedly about aliens, right? How It Ends. That's what it was called. How It Ends. Don't watch that movie. There's no point. So the movie was called How It Ends. And basically, it was really good. But you never saw any aliens. You just knew that things were being destroyed and whatever, but you never saw any aliens. You so they didn't know it was aliens in the beginning. Okay. Nobody knew what was going on. They were all just running from things, right? Unseen things, whatever. Nobody knew what was going on. Anyway, at the end, that you never saw the aliens, you don't really know what the heck is going on, right? If you didn't read that it was about aliens. And then, like, the ending was like the husband and wife that finally found each other. Were like driving really fast, and behind them, the whole world is crumbling. And I'm like, the freak? And that's how it ended. And I'm like, do you want me to make the ending to this? Or what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, I was so mad. I only watched the first 2 seasons of Stranger Things, but I enjoyed. I had to cancel my Netflix. Yeah. I love the series. This Is Us. Very good. And it was about a family in Pittsburgh and in Erie, where I'm at. Oh, that's good. Yeah, the Stranger Thing. Yeah. But let me tell you, so don't watch that movie. There's no point. I already told you how it ends. And that was the name of the movie, How It Ends. So I'm like, am I supposed to pick how it ends? Like, did they make it? Did they not make it? What were the aliens? Why did they do it? What? There was nothing. Yeah, I had to cut back too. That's why I got rid of Paramount Plus and Disney Plus. I was like, no, screw it. I just have the Netflix. Um, even though Netflix is getting sucky now and everything is like everything's like in Chinese. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm in America. I would like American movies. I don't want Chinese movies. I want American movies. I don't want to read any damn subtitles on my little phone. I don't have a TV. I have phones. I don't want to read the subtitles. I want you to play the movie. There was only one movie that they had, which was actually not bad. It was an alien movie I put on for the kids. It was in Korean maybe or something, but it had where they could speak it in English, like, even though the mouths didn't match or whatever, you were able to hear it because I'm not, like I said, I'm not reading it. And and I watched it. But other than that, I'm not like reading subtitles. Who does that? Why am I paying to read subtitles? Yeah, Asian videos are taking over. Yeah. You know what? I did get this app on my phone called Short Max, and they have like all these. You might like it, Kim. Probably not Scott. More womanly ones, but it's like all these the stories about, like, this man marries a billionaire's wife, a billionaire's daughter, but she doesn't tell him she has money. And then he like dumps her for somebody who supposedly has money, but that person doesn't have even a quarter of what she has. And like, you know, those kind of things. And they're like in shorts or they're in like a little movie. And you can watch it, and you can watch ads, which is fine for me, like I said, because I don't have to pay for it. I don't mind playing the ads. And it's like in segments, and you just watch an ad before the segment and it lets you watch them. Um, so I watched this really good one. But the acting is kind of a little terrible. And I was just thinking, like, to myself the other day, I was like, really? I have to call this. Maybe I can write to them on the app, like, and I want to go be an actor for them, because obviously anybody could do it. Like, this was the worst. Some of them were so bad, the actors. I'm like, why do you have this person there? But because it's just like free, like what you would read in a novel, like women romance novels and stuff. It's like those kind of things, like a romance novel in a little video, like, in segments.
So like the one I watched had like 75 segments, whatever. And it's called Short Max. But yeah, but it was like some of the acting, I was like, I could go act for them. Will they pay me? Like, and they use like the same actors for all the different ones. So it's funny. I'm like, oh, that was the grandma from the other one I watched. Like when I'm really bored and I'm, like cooking or something, then I'll put those on so I can hear them when I'm cooking to hear about, how the billionaire's wife, left him for somebody else because she didn't know he was rich or whatever. You're right, Christina. That's a movie my wife would be into. Right, Scott. Yeah, I've seen plenty of the movies like that. Yeah, the bad dubbing, but that's okay. I don't mind it because I don't have to read it. And it wasn't that annoying. It wasn't that off that I was like, oh my god, I can't watch this. So it was okay. But like, if it's subtitles only, no. If it will play it in English, I don't care that the like I said, the mouths are a little off. But yeah, Scott, you should tell your wife about that. Um, Short Max, I'm pretty sure is the name of the app. I saw it on June's Journey when I was watching an ad, and I was like, I was trying to watch this little show on this little ad, and I'm like, why am I want this. I want to see how it ends. What happens to the billionaire's wife? And that's how I got stuck on that whole thing. Yeah, it's called Short Max. Short Max, like shorts. And yeah, you can, like I said, watch ads to watch these clips of these romance novels on little shorts. But anyway, but they hook you in. They really do, because I was like so intrigued to see what happened that I had to download the app. I didn't care about the acting. The storyline is good, even though the acting sucks. And I wanted to know what happened to this poor lady whose husband left her for some stupid bitch that didn't have a lot of money because he thought she was going to help him. Meanwhile, the wife's been helping him on the side. Oh, anyway, I was so like, I have to go see. I have to see what happens. So anyway, as long as I didn't have to pay, I was happy. Because I don't mind watching the ads to watch the segments. But anyway, it was fun. She's into Disney romance, into sci-fi, 80s documentary, auction. Yeah. With all the wonderful things to see on YouTube, what the fuck does anybody pay for cable? It blows my mind. Right, Benny. I don't have cable. I don't even have a TV. My son has a TV to play his PlayStation, and he has like this antenna. And if he really wanted to, he could get the regular stations for free with the antenna. But that's it. We're not. I'm not paying to see commercials, which is what I'm saying. Like the commercials are what pays them. So why would I pay them? They're getting doubly paid. Like just play commercials, like the good old fashioned days. TV was free because the ads paid for it. I've been listening, watching while I get things done. Got to do. Oh, that's all right, Diane. Thank you for being here and hanging out and listening to me ramble. We did watch that great video. It is out now, probably just came out. Even though you really couldn't see it. I mean, it was just pictures. I'll never pay to be lied to ever. Right. And that's another thing. You have the mainstream media, which people watch the news, you know. So it doesn't make sense to do that. If, movies are fun because they're fake. They're make believe. So yeah, but I don't watch. I haven't watched the news in years. Like the phone will tell me sometimes if it's something really big. I'm very sad my big TV died on me. Oh, I'm sorry, Kim. I mean, the only thing is that, of course, it's better on your eyes to watch on big TV, but when you can stream on your big TV and watch YouTube, you don't need to pay for cable. So it's okay. But that's why I love these phones. Not this one, the one that I'm on. I have a projector that goes onto it and it projects. So it's not the news anymore. It's propaganda bullshit. Oh yeah, well, that probably too. But like I said, even my grandmother is 96. Right up until she went into the nursing home, which was 2 years ago. So when she was like 94, she went into the nursing home. But before that, she had the rabbit ears and she watched TV for free with the commercials, like it should be. She loved game shows. Oh man, did she love. She watched Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy. She didn't know what they were saying. She could hardly hear, but she loved the game shows, man. I don't pay for cable, just streaming shows on my phone and laptop. Right. Yeah, there's no point. You know what? When I stopped paying for cable, oh, it was years ago. When they took off my soap operas, I'll never forget. They're like, we're canceling the soap operas. The soap operas were on forever, right? Since I was watching soap operas since I came out of my mother's womb because that's all she watched. All My Children and One Life to Live. So when they told me, and this was what, 2012, I guess in 2012, because right when my mother passed away, they took off the soap operas. So in 2012 or 2013, they're like, oh, we're taking off the soap operas. And I'm like, what? Man, the day those soap operas ended was the day I unhooked every cable box I had at the time, Time Warner. I unplugged it. I went to Time Warner. I'm like, here you go. Here's your boxes. And they're like, oh. I'm like, I'm returning it. I want a receipt and whatever. And they're like, oh, well, can we write down why you're getting rid of the service? I go, because TV sucks. There's nothing that I want to watch on it. I wanted to watch my soap operas till I dropped dead. Okay? They took it off to put Rachel Ray on. I don't want to watch Rachel Ray fucking cook. I don't even cook. At the time, I didn't cook. I was always working. I mean, I cooked, whatever. I wasn't cooking what she was cooking. I was cooking whatever the fuck I knew how to cook, right? When I got home from work. Anyway, I was so damn pissed. I was like, I don't want to watch Rachel Ray. I don't want to watch Oprah Winfrey. I don't care what the frick is going on in Russia. I don't care about these talk shows. I don't care about Dr. Oz. I only want my soap operas. And you stick them off, so I don't ever want to see the cable box again. And since then, I have never had cable. Hook up an antenna. It's free, and something happens, it will work. Oh, yeah. My son has the antenna that gives you the free, and my grandmother, like I said. Anything you see on cable can be viewed on the internet. Why pay for cable to be lied to? I haven't had cable in 14 years and haven't missed anything. That's right. Well, like I said, yeah, since 2013, I haven't had it because that's when they got rid of my soap operas. And I was like, bye. Not watching Rachel Ray. I don't care about Dr. Oz. The only thing I had cable for was to watch my soap opera. So when they took it off, because I only had basics, so I can watch my soap operas, wasn't like, I was like, no, take it. Or remember back in the day, television doctors aren't licensed physicians. Right, exactly. I don't even think he was a psychiatrist, a real one, just some TV personality anyway. But when HBO first came out, right? So TV was free, and then you had HBO, and I think it was like $10 a month or whatever. But the how you got HBO was, and back then in the early 80s, I think it was 83 when HBO came out. 1983, I'm pretty sure 82 or 83. No, my sister was already born, so it was 83. Between 83 and 84 is when HBO first came out, right? They had a box, and you put the box, and it was called an AB box. It was a little square box, and you hooked it up to your TV, and you switched the box to the B from A, and you would get HBO. And then you switch it back, and you got your regular channels for free. You only paid for HBO, which, like I said, And so people thought you were rich if you had HBO. Big box with lots of buttons. No, it was just a little tiny square, and it had a switch like this, shoop, shoop, and it had A and B, and you would just go boop, 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 and that's how you would watch. I know you remember this, and that's how you would watch HBO, and that was the only thing you had to pay for because TV was free. So when you switched it, then you were paying for HBO. And the first movie I remember, we got HBO, and my father was so excited. We got our little AB box, and the neighbors came over, everybody. And the first movie we saw that played on HBO when we got it was The Incredible Shrinking Woman, which is another thing I watched the other day, and I was like, yeah. Wasn't a cable box. It was a tiny little AB box. That's what they called it, an AB box. You got to look it up. And that was 83, 84 when HBO first came out. You didn't have a cable. They didn't have cable back then. I don't know what it was. It was this little AB box. When I was a kid, I watched television. Thankfully, I grew out of it. Yeah. Well, now, like you said, cartoons and stuff, kids stuff, you could watch all over YouTube. And some of them, I mean, like these, some of them are better than what's on TV. Like these YouTubers that their kids and them, like the parents and them. There's this one. What's the one Sarah always put on for you guys? What are their names? It's so good. Even I like watching it. And I'm like, my parents had that. I remember that box. Yeah, it was like, and I was young then. I was 7. Yeah, I was like 7, gonna be 8. So I remember it. You guys must remember it. No, I want to go to YouTube. It's so good for you guys who have little ones. Your nephews might like it. I don't know. They might be a little older. Your grandkids. But I sent it to my daughter because I was like, oh, have him watch this. It's called The Diana Show. So the YouTube channel is Kids Diana Show. And these parents with these kids, they just had another kid. I guess they're going to continue making YouTube. I mean, they have millions. They have 124 million subscribers. And they have the same amount of videos as I do. Go figure. I have just as many as them. But I don't make kids shows. But anyway, the Kids Diana Show, the big D. They teach you colors. They do. It's one of the best kids shows ever. And I was like, this is YouTube people. The best thing ever. You can't see this on TV. And yeah, so good. YouTube is my favorite show now. Real people doing real things. No plastic people stuffed with silicone, right? No, and she has her kids like, she tapes them playing all these different games. They do it so well. So well. It's like literally like a real TV production. And I'm like, who does that? Like how, like amazing. Americans pay $50 billion a year to billionaires to lie to you. $50 billion. Isn't it? I know. And I mean, like, I was thinking of getting rid of Netflix too, because I'm like, I was really just waiting for Stranger Things season to come because it was supposed to be this year. And I was like, I'll probably get rid of it. Because Netflix is the only thing I pay for. I got rid of all the other ones. Like I did do Paramount Plus, like a trial to see. I mean, Paramount Plus had a lot of nice stuff on it, but it's just movies. And I'm like, no, I'm going to try to just look it up and search until I find the movie I want to watch for free. As long as Disney doesn't own it, you can find it for free. You got to search a bit, but you can find it. It's if Disney owns it, then forget it. How many hungry children could we feed with that money instead? Tell me about it. That's what I said, Benny. Like, I don't understand. They're double dipping because you're paying, and this is what I never understood about cable. You're paying for cable. Now, you can get the regular channels with the rabbit ears, right? Back in the day, TV was free because it had commercials. The show was an hour, but really the show was 20 minutes and the rest was commercials. Fine, whatever the fuck. It was fine. You did it when the commercial came, you went to the bathroom, you ate something, you know, hit your sister on the head, whatever happens, and then the show comes back and you watch it, right? Now they came out with cable and you have to pay for the cable and you still have to watch commercials. So they're getting paid by us and they're getting paid by the advertisers. It's ridiculous. Like, I was like, no, I'm not paying to watch commercials. If I have to watch commercials, it's free because the commercial people are paying. Like, what kind of craziness is this? Cable is 100% a ripoff. You're telling me. Yeah, no. I haven't had it, like I said, since I got rid of my soap operas. I haven't watched it. I'm not doing that. I'm all peely. Look, just from sitting in my backyard. I'm all peely. Yep, double dipping. Yeah, it's craziness. Like, if you want me to pay for it, then I don't want to watch commercial. You know? No. And now, and this is what I'm saying. So now they have it, instead of having it on TV, they have like Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, or Hulu. So instead of watching TV, you're going to watch these apps. You're going to pay for them. And they still have commercials. Most of them. Like if I didn't have YouTube Premium, right? I'd be watching commercials. You know. I call them summer scales. Yes, that's what I got. The summer scales. Benny, did you see yesterday? They had a message for you. I know you normally, you know, you're in the bushes somewhere, but I don't know if you saw near the end of the live stream. They had somebody wanted me to tell you something. I guess you had a nagging question that you had all day or something, and they were like, "Can you do this?" And I said, "Yes." So I did it, and then I had another message. You know, I'm old, so I can't remember exactly. But if you didn't see it, go back. They said you had a nagging question on your mind. Let me see if I can remember from yesterday. They said you had a nagging question on your mind all day that was bothering you. And they answered the question. What was it? Yes or no? I can't remember now. I'm going to go back. They answered the question for you with the pendulum. And then they told me to make sure to tell you that the little one's going to be fine. I'm assuming they were talking about your youngest grandchild. They said the little one's going to be fine. Don't worry. And whatever the nagging question was, I'm pretty sure that the pendulum said yes to your question, whatever was on your mind yesterday. So I'm pretty sure. Was it a yes? Let me ask. I don't want to give you the wrong information, but I'm pretty sure that was it. Yes. The answer was yes. Okay, yes. So the answer was yes to your nagging question. Whatever it was yesterday. If you look here on YouTube, they have cartoons we used to watch. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they have He-Man and... Oh, she's 13. She'll be fine. No, I mean, maybe it was on your mind. Like, I hope the little one's going to be good or whatever. I don't know. They said the little one's going to be fine. I'm thinking that's who they were talking about. Can't tell you for sure. They didn't say a name to me. They just said, tell her the little one's going to be fine. And the answer to your nagging question that you had on your mind yesterday was yes. So I don't know if you know what was on your mind yesterday. Well, you know. So they came to me with that, and I said, okay, and I did it. So figuring you were watching somewhere. But I know you're busy. But I wanted to make sure if you didn't hear the message that, yeah, that I gave it to you. Oh, and guys, if you don't, Benny, drop your link for the Diane and the Benny show. Kim, if you don't have Diane and Benny, they are hysterical. You have to watch them. They're on Tuesdays. My question yesterday was, should I go and buy more smokes after going through 2 cartons in 10 days? Well, if that was your question, your answer was yes. But I think it was maybe something else that that was in the back of your head. But yeah, I know. You know what I did, Benny? I did the best thing ever. Like really the best thing. I got this little tiny grinder machine for $20, $19.99 on Amazon. And then the smoke shop has a big, humongous bag of tobacco for $40. And then they have a carton of the tubes, 250 tubes for $5. So for $50, because the machine you're only paying once, right? That's 20 for $50. It lasts me almost a month. I don't know how much the cigarettes are there, but here it's ridiculous. And that was the best thing I ever did. And even my friend who smokes very rarely, was like, these are the best cigarettes ever. I'm like, it's the tobacco. They're really good, and was the best thing ever. Not for the faint of heart, right? But that's good. They go over, they do like politics and, all sorts of stuff there. It's really good show that Benny and Diane have. So definitely, if you're not subscribed, go by and check it out. It's really good. You will see me. I don't always type, but I always have them playing when, and then I'll always go back and ask Benny questions. Oh, what was this? Where was this article? Because, that's how I do. I'm peeling potatoes and listening, and then I'm like, hey, I missed what happened. They're $55 a carton here at the casino. They just went up to $49. It's still a bargain. No, but you don't get as much, I think, as the bag. Like the bag, like I said, the whole big bag, I mean a bag of it, is and the bag gives you like almost I use more than the 250 tubes for the bag, at least like 50, so 300 cigarettes you get out of the 300 for $40. Well, 45 with the tubes. And like I said, sometimes I need more tubes, so maybe it hits 50. But here, for one pack, Benny, is almost $19. And then a carton, like the cheapest place I could find it is $100 a carton. We don't have no casinos. We don't have the Indian reservations all the way in Long Island. No. I used to roll my own, had a machine and everything. It got to be bothersome and I got lazy. Nah, you know what? That's what I thought, but it helps because really you don't smoke as much. But my machine is electric. I just stick it in there and then I make some and I twist them and I bring them with me if I want. So, whatever. But I couldn't afford it and I couldn't, like, I was so stressed. I couldn't stop smoking. So this, like, really helps me. Because, like you said, sometimes you get lazy, so I'm not making it. And then I don't smoke as much, I feel, you know? But my machine's electric, so I don't roll it. I don't roll nothing. The tubes come empty. I stick it on there. I press the button. It stuffs it. I smoke it. That's it. And that little machine was $20 on Amazon. Best thing I ever thought to do. I had to look for alternatives. And so I went to the store like crazy when I found out that the cigarettes were like $19. And I was like, no. How can I do this? And the guy's like, here, do this and roll your own. I'm like, I can't roll my own. He's like, get a machine. And like at first I'm like, those machines are like $100, but I found that one $20 on Amazon. Best thing. Stuff and smoke sounds like a plan. No, it is. That's all you do. You stick the tube on it and it stuffs it and you smoke it. It's good to go. You could probably put your weed in there because it you could probably fill the weed in the things if you have a tube because it crushes it. So you press it, it crushes it, it stuffs it, and you smoke it. You could probably do it with weed. No, it's good. I don't know for sure, but probably. Yeah. My mother used to do that, roll her own with this little bamboo thing. I was like, no, I can't do any of that. I tried to roll my own and lick it. That was a big mess. I was like, listen to me. I had to get the machine. Actually, Mary gifted me the machine because I'm like, I'm going to kill people. And she's like, okay. I said, I don't have anybody. I need this machine, $20. She's like, okay. So Mary gifted it to me. It came overnight. I was never been so happy in my life. I thought I was gonna die from the few hours I didn't have a cigarette, like because I refused to pay $18 for the pack. I said no, I'd rather no. But so now I just get the big humongous bag and it lasts me almost the whole entire month. So like good. $50 a month I could do for myself because I shouldn't, but I do. The only thing I got left keeps me from eating people's face off. Right. Well, that's what these do. Help me from from that, strangling my son when he asked me like, "Mom, where's the garbage bags?" And he's literally has his hand on them. I'm like, "Have you lost your fucking mind? What's wrong with you? Open your eyes." Oh, remember, call it cannabis. Cannabis, right. Why? Do they not like the weed anymore? Weeds are beautiful. Dandelion's my favorite weed. You can make tea out of dandelion. You can make salad. That's Kim's favorite too. Right, Kim? Dandelions. Dandelions. Oh. Okay, Miss Evie. Miss Evie texts me, for some reason teenagers go blind. Dandelion wine, sure. Yep. I'll do that kind of weed. Although Diane gifted me, I'm glad I quit smoking a long time ago. Yeah, telling me. Diane gifted me these beautiful vitamins, CBD vitamins, gummies, without the THC because that gives me a headache. Oh, I love them. Hi, Evie. We're still here. I just said to you when you text me and I saw you said, I'm gonna watch now. I said, okay. We're here, Evie. Evie. Well, Evie's not in this country, but it's still fun because they're hysterical. Evie, Benny put a link up there, and it's so good. It's her and Diane talking politics, and Diane's so funny. When she starts drinking, she cracks me the hell up. I just sit there. I just love to watch her sometimes. I just sit there watching Diane. I don't know what she's saying. I'm just laughing my ass off because you see her face. She's like me with the emotions, like it's all over her face. And I go, oh my God, we could be sisters, her and I. Yep. Oh my God, it's so hot. I'm sticking to the chair. Oh, you have it? Yes, Ben. Evie. We love that. Thank you, by the way, Kim and Evie, for helping in June's journey, getting some points. I still have. You sent me 2 bottles. No, it's good. I still have. I still have. No, I did like them. They don't give me a headache. I'm sure they're working. I have been a little less stressed when I take them. And the other day I had such a bad headache. And I'm like, shit, I'm going to take the vitamins now. And I went to sleep. I think it helped. So, yeah. No. They're good. They're good. I like them. Thank you, Diane. Yes. I have just got I so I haven't got to June's house yet. There you go. Need coffee. Of course you do. Evie just got up because it's morning for Evie. What is it like? Well, it's probably like, what, 8 in the morning there? 7 in the morning? Early morning. Of course she needs coffee. Cannabis saves my life. Yep. I mean, my mother, too, when she had her cancer, and she was just like, I need to, have something because she was in so much pain. Yes, Scott. You're right. So yeah, she was in so much pain. She was just like, and my sister lived in Jersey because in New York it was still illegal when my mother in 2012 when my mother got her cancer. And my sister was in Jersey, so she got a medical marijuana card, and she was giving my mother medical marijuana for her cancer. And like, if she didn't have that, the pain she would have been in would have been horrific. Like, it didn't save her life, but it saved her spirit till the very end, if that makes sense, because when you're in pain, it's like that. Because the cancer spread from her ovaries all the way to her brain. So within a year, so it was bad. So she didn't have that. Science matters. Amen. Yes. I wish they did. Yeah. And if she could have got it earlier, like if it wasn't illegal, it would have probably been helpful. Even like she fell into a coma at one point, and my friend's mother made her this because we weren't ready to lose her yet. my friend's mother came and made her these shakes. Which it was her friend. My best friend's mother was best friends with my mother. So came and made her these organic shakes. It had avocado, organic plant-based like protein powder, yogurt, oat milk. I don't know. She made these shakes. She shoved that shit down my mother's throat. I was in a coma. 3 hours later, she woke up. The doctor was like, "What the fuck did you do?" Like they thought. She's like, "I made her the shake, but she made the shake with love too." But like that shake, we had her for another like month, and she was coherent, not in a coma, so that was good. We're at least able to say some stuff to her until the cancer got to her head, and then to her brain, and then she was like asking me like why the hanging sausage is on the door, and I'm like, "Ma, it's brown curtains." And she's like, "Oh." So funny. But it's funny what she was saying, but it was sad because my mother was like so swift. Nutrition is the key concerns of cancer. Yeah. Well, because you can't buy anything organic. Like right now, I'm going through a really hard time, right? I go to the food pantry every Monday morning. The food pantry gives you 2 potatoes, 2 carrots, 2 apples, 4 bananas, 1 big onion, and a little bag of rice, which is fine. I can make it work. But that's all. And I'm like, not a green vegetable, not a you know. And then you go to the supermarket, and I used to be able to go to the supermarket, and with $5 you could get peanut butter and jelly and bread. Now for $5 you could get the jelly only. You're gonna come up. I would buy the peanut butter instead and just eat the peanut butter out of the jar, but I'm like, what the fuck is going on? When do peanuts become expensive? I could understand maybe fruit, but peanuts and bread. Come on now, bread, $5 fucking. Oh, well, you can't get a loaf of bread, regular piece of shit white bread, for under $3 in New York. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, really? Bread, of all things, some things should be expensive. Bread should not be. I wasn't aware of the healing powers of cancer when my first husband died of cancer. I know now. Right. Well, now we have so many more tools, Benny, to look up stuff. Even in 2012, like when my mother was dying, we were just starting to really get into like Google searches and things because we weren't used to it as much. Now it's like second nature. Now I'm like Google, what are we having for dinner? And like Google will give me recipes, and you're like, oh, okay, good. Google, I have 2 potatoes and 2 carrots. What can I make for dinner? And Google will freaking tell you. You could even, there's this AI app that if you put in, I have sour cream, a potato, and a carrot, it will tell you 10 recipes what you can make with that. And you're like, oh, damn. We didn't have this before where, we could do this. It was like, shit, where'd grandma leave her recipe book? When she passed away, like, where is it? How are we going to make any recipes? Now everything is easy. Healing powers of cannabis. A must see. Oh, I'm going to look at that. Yeah. So anyway. So by the way, we're all in love with this game, June's Journey. Benny don't have time to play games, but if you play games, Benny, if you have one game that you play, this is the best one. So relaxing. I love it. I love it. I don't play no other game now. Just June's Journey. Knowledge is power. And yeah, I'm so stuck on it that I'm like, I get up and I'm like, what's June doing? Do I have enough energy to play this board? And it's free, which I like the most. It's free. You don't have to buy anything because some of them you can't even pass the board and then they want you to buy something. But no, this is just you find things. It's like one of those seeking games and murder mystery, like who murdered my sister, you know? I play ping pong. Ping ping ping. Oh yes. Well, that's fun. But that's only one. Like you find it's not even a puzzle. They always give me the things like serve the customers. I'm like, I'm not serving no damn customers. I did that forever working. Why the hell would I want to play a game where I'm serving customers and then they get mad at you? Like if you don't make their coffee fast, get the hell out of here. I have it on my computer and I can't do the games fast enough. I now have a new phone, so maybe I'll be able to quicker. It's free too, right? So I just love we love our June's Journey, but anyway. Look, if you click on Poseidon's Rise, Evie, you see how many points I have? 1,405 league points I made for us. The second person is Firewalker with 300, but Krista got 215. Go, Krista! And Kim, you got 130. 130. Evie, you're slacking. You only got 40. No, I'm kidding. So it tells you how many people made it. It made up the points. Made up the league points. So we have 2,210. And I made 1,405 of them. I'm working it for us girls. Go Cook. Thank you so much, Betty, for hanging out and talking with us. So there you go. That's how many we made. Because I'm trying to keep us to be promoted to Inspector Division. So right now we're second. The guy above us only has 2,550 and we have 2,210. So I'm working it, girls. I'm trying to keep us there. You gotta help me out a little. Make some league points. And how you can make the league points is play your regular games there. And then, it has the book. And then if you play the game and you finish these, they give you the league points. So you don't even have to do anything special. Like find 3 memoir packs, find 4 compasses. I found 3 so far. Collect $40 in tips. So that's, you do those. So you play your regular one, you do that. And then you can, right now, I'm waiting for all these things to be ready. These 2 days, 17 hours, it's driving me crazy so that I could get to the next level. I'm on 294. So I could get to the next one so I can get more points. I'm getting it on my phone, yeah. You can play the same game on your phone as long as you connect to Facebook. It will put all your stuff there. Whatever you do, be careful though, because if you put it and you start like a new one, it deletes everything. So don't, make sure you connect to Facebook and you put, yeah, this is mine, the one where you have everything. Because if you don't put, yeah, this is mine, then, it's going to be. Anywho. So, yeah. So we're getting so all the new stuff. If you didn't go on today, they have a new pretty stuff. I was saving my money, so I had like 24,000, but this stuff expensive. But I had to buy the park. And the park was 18,000. Then I got like the pretty lemon trees were 3,000. They have pigeons, 900. So 3006, the pretty trees. They had a water fountain. So yeah. So that's what I was doing this morning. I was so excited that I saved my money to get some of the new stuff from the French Riviera. Anywho. And then today, the Fairground Wheel of Fortune's coming. That's in 1 hour. So I won't play until 1 hour so that I can, get the points for that. I'm very good. I've been done doing good for us. So, yeah, that's what I was doing this morning, getting all the points, because I'm trying to keep us in the Detective League. Oh, no. I dropped Sarah. Oh, my gosh. I dropped her pen. And the big bully came off. Have to put it on again. So, yeah. That's what I did this morning. I played June's Journey and peeled a ton of potatoes. I made potato, carrot, because I told you that's what they gave me at the pantry. Potato and carrot and some egg salad. And then I made a big macaroni salad too. So that's it. Ooh. Danny texted me something and I was just reading it. Sorry. Exciting. So yeah, that's what I was doing today. So my son was excited. He came out right as I started the live stream. In the very beginning, I forgot to hit mute the mic. So as soon as I started the live stream, he came out and I'm like, what? And then I realized my mic wasn't muted. And he's like, can I eat what you made? And I'm like, yeah, it should be ready because you got to refrigerate that stuff for at least an hour and a half before you eat it. Otherwise, it's not good. It's not good, but yeah. Meanwhile, now that I talked your ears off for 2 damn hours, Evie, definitely go back and watch the video of the symbols. It was really good. Can tell you, I'm not lying. I'm not boosting myself. It was really a good video about spiritual symbols. The video should be out. I think it went out at 7:30. We'll make sure YouTube put it out. Sometimes it puts like 7:30 in the morning or some silliness. You know. I tried to do a premiere like 5 times the other day. It put the premiere like 6 in the morning. It was up, and I'm like, what the heck is going on? Like, put it the right time. Yes, it did. It went out. Spiritual symbols and meanings. Okay. So I know it's a little longer, but we went through 22 spiritual symbols and what they mean and how to use them. Do you think red cabbage, fresh spinach, and some cut up chicken to saute go good together? Yeah. Well, cabbage and spinach go great together. My daughter, I should get that recipe. My daughter made this cabbage in the oven one time. It was so delicious. I was like, what'd you do? And my daughter can't really cook anything. But she cooked that really good. Just gave you a butterfly bush. Ooh. They have some pretty new bushes too. And they cost coins, but I saved some of those. I always save some. I just bought a book that has the symbols and the tarot cards and their meaning. So good. Oh, and the tarot cards. I read that online, and I wrote it down in my own little book to say what all the cards mean in the tarot. I did it myself. But um but these are like the cross, the evil eye, the dream catcher, all like symbols that spiritual people use and why and how. Oh, it was really good. And some of them I didn't know, but they were so good for like protection that I'm thinking I'm going to use them in my daily stuff. So, yeah. I think I gifted you a bush today, though. Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, I did not. Yeah, I'm going to give you this pretty one. I got to give everyone pretty one, too. Don't sell the pretty one. You'll never find it. Sell the cheapy ones. I always keep some of the pretty ones, and you'll see them randomly if I need if something's. There's a spot behind a tree, I'll put it. But if they're real pretty, I leave them out. I leave them out. Like last week, they had these big tropical bushes. Look at them, how pretty. And someone gifted me. That is one of the new ones. And then, see, this is the pretty one I just gifted you. See that? Well, I don't know if you could see it. That pretty. No, this way. This way. This way. I hate it. Oh, there it is. It's so pretty with the little different colors right in front of the statue. Ah, it's pretty. It's like 3 different ones together. It has what the frick is that called? Tell me what the purple sprig is. Lilac. Sure, it's lilac. Then it has the other bush, and it has all these cute little flowers and leaves. Oh, I love it. Anyway, I keep the pretty ones. Yay, Evie! Anyway, like I said, I'm trying to keep us in the game. Hey, how are you, Terry? I hope you're well. Much love to you. So I'm working it. Like I said, I'm the queen because I got 1,400. Do you sell my what? I sell pretty much anything I make, or I can make anything and sell it to you. It's so much quicker on the phone, of course, because it's a mobile game, so it's definitely easier on the phone. Pendulums on Etsy. I was going to, but it's such a pain in the neck with shipping and everything. Any messages for you? Let's see. Let's see. I dropped Sarah's pendulum and the ding bell. We fix it. It's easy enough. I don't like to use it without the bally. Okay. See, we fixed it. Okay. Okay. So you have a particular question in your mind, Terry? I think you have a particular question. So what's her answer for that question she's thinking? No. Okay. So whatever this question is that you have the question in your mind, you were asking something. They said no. They said no. Kim, I'll get you a gift too. I just left a margarita. Okay. Oh yeah, I need to send you how much. I gotta make the butterfly pendulum for her. But now I'm gonna make Scott's pendulum, so I'll do that this week. You know what it is? It's so hot. You try to do one thing, you're dripping because I don't have AC, unfortunately. But I'm gonna I'll bring the stuff out here and make it. I think is what I'll do tomorrow. Well, Saturday, because tomorrow I'm gonna try to make my You're welcome. I hope that helped you. I'm gonna try to go see my grandmother tomorrow. So, at the nursing home because my aunt's in Greece. So, coffee and margarita. Yum. I drank your coffee from Kim and your margarita from Evie. You don't have to. Is it a yes or no question? Because they'll already know it. You don't have to write it. Sarah will already know. Ah, I know. I'm sorry, Scott. Have a good night and try to enjoy the shower. Okay. Yeah, they already know what your question is, Diane. Okay, so give me Diane's answer. So your answer to your question is yes, Diane. Yes. You don't need to air out any dirty laundry here. They already know what you're thinking. Your guide already said this is the answer. That's it. Flames girl, you made it. I'm so late. Yes, you are. I don't even have to wait for the late for you to type it. You're very late. I'm about done. Been here 2 hours yapping about I don't know what. Mary didn't make it tonight. She was not only not feeling well, there was bad storms, so her lights were flickering and stuff. So I played the video. But anyway, the video was very good, Flames Girl. So definitely it went out on YouTube already. So definitely watch the video. It was really good. It's a little longer video, but it was very good. A lot of information packed in there, so definitely go see it. Me too. I just got here. You don't have to apologize. People got lives. The only thing I could say to you is please go back and watch the video so you can give me some watch time and I can make 5 cents off the ads, you know. And I can get paid $100 every 4 months. Oh my God, after I typed that, I accidentally lost the stream. What did you say? Okay, I said you don't have to type your question because they already knew what you wanted and they said the answer to your question is yes. So there you go. That's what I told you. Don't have to type it. They already told me yes, but yeah. I will watch. Yes, it's very good. It was good. And it took me a lot of time. This one, the video is actually like 20 minutes, but the information was so good and I didn't want to cut it in two. I kind of wanted to keep that information together. So yeah, that's what happened there. I slept in, then read a book in bed. I said to Kathy, it isn't a kid's book. And she said Jerry would like it. There you go. Oh, so you didn't hear me, Evie, say, I found this app, by the way. This could be for Flames Girl, too. You guys might like this. I found this app. It's called Short Max. Short Max. MAX. Like, and they have like romance novels, but on little shorts, and there's like episodes, like 75 little short episodes, and you would watch them, and it's free, but you have to watch ads after you watch a certain amount of them. Then it's like to watch the rest, you have to watch the ads. You can buy I'm sure, a membership, but I didn't because I can't afford it right now. But that little short Max, and you watch all these like little romance. So like you don't have to sit there reading. Like you can make breakfast while it's playing, and you can like hear your romance story um out while you're making breakfast, by the way. I got so caught up. I saw an ad. I think it was on June's Journey. Must be because that's the only game I'm playing. But I saw an ad for it. And I was watching the ad so intently that when the ad ended, I was so pissed because I'm like, I have to see what happens to the lady. Like, does she marry the other guy? Like, what happened? I was so mad that I had to download the app to watch the rest of that and to find that one because it has like a million. I was so mad. I was like, no, what was it called? I found it and I watched it. I was very happy because it was a good one. So I might watch it over again. Oh, actually, to give you an idea, that's something. I think it should be fine. It's not YouTube. It's not like, you know. The acting's a little, which then I said to myself, I really should call them and I would like to be an actress for them. I mean, they have sexy actresses, but they might have they had one that said my chubby billionaire wife, so I could play the chubby billionaire wife. Like, nothing wrong with that.
Jeff.
Wait.
Isabel. Carson, why must you always act so foolish? Xavier, do you remember this pin?
What's so special about that? I got a bunch of those at home. Holy cow. It's you. Priceless than any gem in the world.
Why does Xavier feel so sure about the pin?
This is from the Top Chef competition. I was outmatched, but I regret this. Actually.
If you'd like to be sure, you're welcome to try one.
So that's basically, and it plays out all these little shorts. There's like 75. Is her name Muffy? No, Isabella. Her name was Isabella. But then she used her stage name as the chef, so nobody would know it was her, which was Cecilia. Okay. So, yes, I know. I watched the whole 75 little shorts of that one because I was so excited. Anyway, so besides June's Journey, then I watched these little shorts of these, It's fun. Someone's talking in my ear. They're like, no, I don't think the kids liked it, but, they could watch something else while I watch these craziness. These crazy love stories. It's not real life. No, it's not real life. It's a soap opera, basically. Like I said, I like soap operas. So, but like, so the it could be real life. Like if you took out the billionaire part, like, the shit happens, right? So this guy needed a wife because he didn't want to marry the other one. He has money. He had his own company. And she had her own company, so she didn't need anybody's money. Her husband left her supposedly for a rich lady, but that lady was a piece of crap. And that, anyway, I watched them. It's free to watch, and it's basically like a romance novel on TV, Oh yeah. No, when you pay premium, a partial goes to the creators, so it's fine. Billionaires suck ass, sick and twisted, right? But she was a nice lady. She didn't want any money. Like she was a chef. Like, and she had her own restaurants, and they made millions of dollars because she was such a good chef. But she didn't care about any money. She loved her husband, and he left her because he thought, oh, she's just a waitress in a restaurant. He didn't know she owned them all, I love soap operas, even though it's not real life, It's nice to have, some fantasy. Fantasy. I deal with too much real life every day. Occasionally you want some fantasy. I had enough programming, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, no. I mean, occasionally I like the fantasy. That's what the books are for. Like, that's why you read, like, Tom Sawyer and all this stuff. It helps with your imagination and your fantasy, you know. But I was so interested to know, like, did the husband finally find out what a fuck up he was? But yeah, so occasionally I watch those shorts. But I need to do something for fun, and unfortunately, that's it. That's what I got. I got my little I love fantasy, but it has to have swords, wizards, witches, and dragons. There you go. Did they ban Tom Sawyer book yet? It has black people in it. Oh gosh. I know, right? No. I don't know if that's on the list of banned books. They banned you know, th- I still can't believe what they did to Aunt Jemima and Uncle Ben. Like, why? They were on there for 50 years. Why did you, like, Uncle Ben? What was racist about Uncle Ben? It was Uncle Ben. Everybody knew Uncle Ben. He could have been my uncle. I didn't care what color he was. Uncle Ben. Uncle Ben makes the rice. Like, I don't know why people are so twisted about these things. Like, I don't know. I know they banned all the lesbian books, like from the schools and stuff. And what I don't understand is they banned all these books, right? But yet they banned the books. You can't read about it. But they decided in the school that they're going to teach kindergartners to call people they instead of he or she. My daughter flipped out. She's saving her money right now because she's like, fuck this, I'm sending him to a Catholic school. Like, why is my kindergartner going to call, my daughter's not prejudiced, but she's right in the way that the school shouldn't be teaching that stuff because the school can barely teach math. They should keep their learning. If you can't put God, if I can't say the Star Spangled Banner in school anymore, if I can't say the Star Spangled Banner, if I can't say the Pledge of Allegiance, if I can't do this and that, you shouldn't teach any of that in the school. Stick to math, reading, writing. Don't teach kids things that should be their parents. Then what the fuck are we for? We should be teaching our kids about that. Public education is for math, reading, writing, to figure out if you're going to be a scientist, to make kids really want to learn about stuff that's going to get them a job. That's what school's for. School is not for all this drama. They, he, she, this one is using the girl's bathroom and he's a boy. This one, it's not for all that. It's not for any of that. School is to go in, learn, and leave. That's it. I don't understand. Like when I was younger, we said the Pledge of Allegiance in school. Now, if they say it, I don't know what they're gonna do to you. And I don't understand it really. I don't know. Like, there's nothing wrong with me, and this happened. They want to end America. Yeah, that's what they want. It's crazy. How can you learn from it? Yeah, you can't. Like, they don't teach anything that the kids should really be learning. Like, I don't want my kindergartner learning about, they. You should call people they because they might be two people. What the fuck are you talking about? I want you to teach him the alphabet. I want the kid to learn the alphabet. That's what the teacher's there for. All this other stuff is not for the school to teach. I think they lost that along the way. And what they're doing is like insanity. Like, I don't know. I don't know if we can save it. I'm hoping we can. I'm hoping that we can, you know, I mean, they should really start with ending prejudice against just different kinds of people. It doesn't have to, they don't have to segregate the people, they, him, her. I don't know. But that's not for the school to do. The school is supposed to teach them the alphabet. Like, you know, kids that claim they are animals, furries, stupid. I don't care. The kid could be whatever they want to be at home. School is just to go there. You're not telling people your business. When I went to school, the teacher didn't want to know what the fuck. They didn't even want to know your name. Okay? My history teacher called us by the last 3 letters of our name, not our first name, not the whole last name. I was SAC, S-A-C, because my last name is Sachi. Okay? SAC. SAC. What's this? What's that? They didn't give a crapping ass about what I was, who I was, what I like to do on my fucking day off from school, what I associated with as a female growing up in the 80s. They didn't give a shit. He wanted to know, hey, this, this is the history. These were serfs. These were how they ended slavery. This is what we were learning. Didn't care about anything else, and that's how it should be. You go to school, they call you by the last 3 letters of your name, doesn't fucking matter, female, he, she, you don't call none of that. SAC, or call me by my full last name, I don't give a shit. Last name only, so there's no feminine or whatever. That's your fucking last name. You were born with it. Get over it. If your last name's Brown, Smith, Sachi, Miller, I don't give a shit. That Miller. What's the answer to this math question? That's the hell it. You go there, you do your learning, you leave. What you do at home, nobody gives a shit. I don't care who you're screwing in your bedroom. I don't care what you're wearing in your bedroom. I don't care what you do when you go to the club. I don't care about none of that. And none of that should be in the school. The school shouldn't give a shit about that. They should just give a shit about teaching the kids what they need to know to get them through life and to get a job. I mean, Stop telling them to not use their imagination. They're not. Oh, yeah. Well, I have a story about that too. Teachers shouldn't teach the gender or their sexual preferences. That is grooming. Right. That's what I'm saying, Evie. It's craziness. Like, that's what my daughter said. No, I can't send him to public school. I have to send him to Catholic school because there's no way I want him learning about that in kindergarten. Like like she was appalled, basically. Teachers are not doing that, Evie. That's bullshit propaganda. Nah. Well, the reason why my daughter said that was because in Indiana, Indiana might be a little different than the States. In Indiana, the kid came home and said, oh, the teacher, I lost my light. The teacher said, I guess I don't know what the teacher is, but the teacher is not, she doesn't want to be called he or she. She wants to be called they. I guess. I don't know what the teacher is. But anyway, so the kid was calling the teacher, they. And she's like, "Oh, the teacher, they." And the parent was like, what is there was a whole big thing in Indiana. People were pulling the kids out of school because they wouldn't, and this was the thing that really got the parents pissed, why they started pulling the kids out of school. They wanted the itinerary for what their kids was learning because they weren't sure about like what is all this stuff going on, and they refused. They said it's none of your business to the parents to give you what we're teaching the kids, right? Oh man, it was a big thing in Indiana. They pulled out all the kids from the school. Like people were pulling the kids out of school left and right. They were like, no, fuck it. And they're like homeschool. Like they were like, if you can't tell me what you're teaching my kid, I don't want the kid in school. Which is, I think some parents even took the school district to court. It's a whole big thing. And my daughter was like, no, I don't want my kid involved in that. I don't blame her. So, I have raised 14 kids. Tell me about school and what they are and are not doing. I'll let you know the truth. That's right. So that's what happened in Indiana. Like I said, that's Indiana, probably not everywhere, but it was enough to spark a whole big debate on. So now they want to make a law, which is what the parents are fighting for, a law to say that there has to be an itinerary sent home with the child of what they're going to learn that month, which makes sense. You should know what your child's learning, right? I don't live in the news void. Oh, they lie for money. Yeah. Well, if my daughter didn't live there and it didn't happen to someone she knew, because I didn't watch it on the news because I couldn't give a crap what's going on in Indiana, and I don't watch the news, right? My daughter told me, because her soon-to-be husband has a 25-year-old daughter. He's my age, by the way. So he has a 25-year-old daughter. I think the daughter is the same age as my daughter, who he's gonna marry anyway. She has a kid who's in school. I don't know, pre-K, and whatever. It happened at that school. But anyway, so in Indiana, I don't know what goes on there. But anyway, that's what happened there. Oklahoma now made it law to put the 10 Commandments in school. What about the rest of the religious beliefs? Don't they matter? Yeah, well, at least that, because probably half the kids don't know it because they don't teach it. I mean, it should be in history class. Like, this is the 10 Commandments. Like, we learned it in history class, along with, like I said, slavery and the serfs and the wars, all the history about the wars. We all learned that in history class. I don't know what the hell they're teaching the kids now. I can't imagine. And my history teacher was very good when I was in elementary school. He always said to me, if you don't know your history, then you're bound to repeat it. And it made so much sense then, and it still makes sense now. If you don't know your history, then you're bound to repeat it. If you don't know why the wars started, if you don't know why they put slavery into effect and why they ended it or any of that, it's all bound to happen again, So you have to know the history. Fake Christians pushing their religion on everyone. What if you're not Christian? Well, that's another thing too. Like, I always laugh because they took out, like I said, the Pledge of Allegiance out of the school, right? And they said, we're not doing any religion because there's so many different ones. Fine. But then they give you off for the Catholic holidays and the Jewish holidays. And so one day I went into school and I'm like, why don't I have off my Easter? And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, I'm Greek Orthodox. My Easter is next week. How come I don't have off a week for my Easter? If you're not doing religious stuff, There should be only like spring break and whatever. You shouldn't have off the holidays that are only Catholic holidays or Jewish holidays. What about the Greeks? What about the Indians? You know, fake churches pushing. Yes, I know. I told Danny, he was kind of laughing at me. I was like, I want to run a church to actually tell people what's going on, like, but not a church like a religious church, but a spiritual church. Can there be spiritual churches? He's like, yes, but how are you going to run a church with your he calls it the New York accent, like your F bombs slip out or whatever. I go, no, that's the kind of church we need. Like a real place where people can get together that have a like spiritual beliefs, like, and learn about, like, God, the angels, but but not from only one culture, from all the cultures. That's why I do these spiritual Thursdays, like to learn about all the cultures. I try not to put in one, like the symbols were from all the cultures, from all different cultures, from ancient cultures that don't even exist anymore, right? But they're for everything, because all the cultures can be intertwined with similar beliefs, right? So, in all the religions, it's just you have to have all the information first before you can make the decision on what you are and what you aren't, and what you believe and what you don't believe. And if you don't have that, if you only hear half the story, like I told my aunt, like my aunt's like, oh, God is the creator and whatever, and I'm like, no, I think there's two. Like, yeah, there's God, and then there's the creator. They're separate. What I believe, from what I understood things to be. And she's like, no. And I'm like, you can't tell me no, because you don't know. You won't know until you're dead and you'll go and ask God. you know? You can't tell me no. It's what I believe. That's like she was like, oh, he'll be mad. I'm like, who's gonna be mad? She's like, God. I'm like, no, God gave you free will, so you can believe whatever the hell you want to believe. And it's fine with him. That's why he did that. Otherwise, he wouldn't have gave you free will, and you just follow what everybody tells you. And then, I'll have to believe what you believe, and you'll have to believe what maybe a Jewish person believes. You have free will to believe whatever you want, and whatever makes sense to you, and whatever helps you through life. So, separation of church and state, tax the churches if they do politics. That's true story. Um, yeah, and I don't go to church because the whole thing is I feel like the church just wants your money. The membership fees and all that. I don't know, like I don't know. And the whole thing is like, because you could read so much now on your own about religion, don't need to sit in the building to hear about it. So I go like, no, I'm going to read my own stuff, because some things in the Bible just don't make sense to me. And because they don't make sense to me, I can't stand behind it. I can't say yes or no to it, I'm a citizen of Earth and I come in peace. I don't need any religion to tell me how to be a good human. Right. So it makes sense. What makes sense to me, like I believe in a higher being, which is religion, to believe in a higher being. So I believe in a higher being. I think, Benny, you believe too in a higher being, which means we're religious. It means we have religion, but technically we don't have to be religious to have religion, because religious is like people who go to church all the time and live by the Bible of their faith. We don't do that. We have religion because we believe in God, or the higher power, or a higher power of the universe, the deities, whoever you believe in, right? So we have religion. We're just not religious, So like, well, yeah, true. And not religious. I'm spiritual, not religious. Well, we just did that. I just did a video on that, spiritual but not religious. Technically, you believe in God, right, Benny? I don't want to put words in your mouth. If you believe in God, the definition of religion is to believe in God. So you have religion. You don't go you're not religious, Bible religious or church religious. You have religion because you believe in God. That's the definition of religion, right? We're all stardust. There you go. But so like, or you believe in a higher power, right? So that's religion. To believe in something higher than you is religion. So yeah, I have religion. Because I believe that there is other stuff out there. I believe there's a creator who created us, who's an alien. Maybe he's in space, so what we would call an alien, I guess. Then there's a God. There's, but I don't believe like I was saying the other day for anybody who wasn't in my live stream, like the devil. I don't. Okay, I don't believe. I know there's fallen angels, and fallen angels are bad because I dealt with one. He almost killed me. So I know that there's bad fallen angel. The person who runs hell is not a fallen angel devil, okay, that you would call the devil. The person who runs hell is a spirit who is good. And people look at me like I'm crazy. But because to me, it like this. You have a jail full of serial killers. Do you put a serial killer as the warden? No. Because that would be insanity. You put a good person who's respectful and who's gonna try to keep these people in check, or to, make them well or whatever, like to rehabilitate them. You can't put a bad person to run a jail. Just like you can't put a bad spirit to run hell. That would be ridiculous. So what they tell you about like these things, I go, no, this doesn't make any sense to me. Why would they do that? Nobody would do that. It's retarded. So to me, it doesn't make sense. So I can't stand behind any of that because it doesn't make sense to me. Gods are fantasies brought to life in a book written by. Well, there you go. How do you know the warden isn't a serial killer? Not like it hasn't happened. Well, yes, but they don't do it on purpose. They don't purposely go out and look for a serial killer to be a warden of a jail. They want a respectful person to keep the peace and all this stuff, because otherwise another serial killer will just let them all out of jail, right? Like then we'd have bad spirits all over the place. So I just think like there's some things I just can't get behind. Like it doesn't make sense to me. So because it doesn't make sense to me, I go, no, it can't be right. And if you lie about some things, how can I believe you about anything? And why I don't like read the Bible. I go by like I do crossovers. I talk to 500 spirits. I could talk to 500 spirits a day. I can't possibly because I can't fit it all in. But I do crossovers 4 times a week. If I want to ask a spirit a question, I'm going to ask them, right? And I'm going to ask them multiple different spirits on different days to see if it's the same answer, sometimes, I'm going to ask them if I want to know something, like, but I'm not going to read it from the Bible that like didn't make any sense to me because it doesn't. Tell all the Ignatius child, the warden. Oh, I know. Prisons are for profits built by billionaires. Yeah. Well, that's true too. They're making tons of money off the jails, right? That's why they were putting them all in jail for like having a little bit of weed. Ugh. All the people they put in jail for that for no fucking reason. Like, it's terrible. It's really terrible. When I think about all those people who went to jail who were innocent for life, and now they're getting them out after they spent like 30 years in jail, because now, like, they can do science, Benny, because science let them out because now they had DNA testing and all this stuff, and they were able to find out that these people didn't commit the crime, and they're letting them out of jail. Like, craziness, 30 years in jail for something you didn't do because you were a black guy on the street. Like, it's so terrible. It breaks my heart. Like, it breaks my heart. If prison worked, we wouldn't have any criminals. It's a true story. But yeah, like, I mean, if you could really keep the bad people off like the people who like the, serial killers who believe they're doing, those are the kind of people that need to be put away somewhere. Um, like if, the neighbor forgot to do her taxes last year, I don't think she should go to jail for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Fuck, I forgot, whatever. Um, I don't think, people should go to jail because they have a certain amount of weed on them. Now they can't because they made weed legal. But still, in Indiana, if you have a little bit of weed, you go to jail. They still have it in Indiana. They'll put you in jail for having cannabis. I apologize. Cannabis. If you have a little bit of cannabis on you, they're putting you in jail in Indiana. It's craziness. Why? They didn't do anything. It's for recreation for themselves. How dare you? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Hi, Kathy, love. I'm so happy to see you. How are you? Sorry, we got on deep conversations here. Yeah, so I can't stand behind some things because I don't believe it. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you're a divine being, like, you know, maybe how things work. I don't know. you know. And you wouldn't put a bad person in charge of bad people. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, I don't know. It wouldn't make any sense to me. Half the things that I read didn't make sense to me. In there, so I stopped. I stopped that a long time ago. But I had stopped believing in anything, which made me a like really bitter person. So I'm really glad that I found my spirituality. To believe in what I want to believe in, and to not have to be like, because I don't have to tell people what I believe in, right? But I could believe in what I want to believe in and not feel badly. Like, they make you feel bad, like in church and stuff, if you don't believe exactly what they. No, you don't have to feel bad anymore. You don't have to go to church. You can talk to whoever, the stars, the universe, whoever you feel is a little higher than you to help you, whatever it is, and you don't have to feel bad about feeling that way. And that really put me in a different kind of place. Sorry, my light keeps going off. I was away for a month. I'm so happy. Did you have a good time? I hope it was away for a good time. Was it like a vacation? Oh, I hope you had such a lovely time. I really do. I've worked in prisons and in the sheriff's department. The system is broken as hell. Well, that's, the root of all evil is money. And until they get rid of this bullshit, till they get rid of it and they, we start with like bartering systems and all this other stuff again. Okay, Kim. Or some other kind of system, it's never gonna work. Like, never. um America is the melting pot, not a white Christian nation. Right. Went to Newfoundland. Part of the trip was to bring my dad's ashes home, and the rest was visit with my family and do some fun stuff. Oh, well, I'm glad you got to see your family, and I'm glad you did some fun stuff, and I'm glad you were able to do, I'm assuming dad's last wishes to go home, so good for you. I'm glad you got the fun stuff in. And you saw our family, because that's nice. I'm trying to go in September. Hopefully, I can go see my father's sister, my aunt, and her husband. Not doing well. They're in their 70s, but my uncle's very sick, and my aunt taking care of him. It's rough. So anyway, so she's like, I want to see, everybody. So we'll see. We'll see if I could get there, and we'll go see them. They're in Pennsylvania. By the way, Kim, maybe I come by and see you too. I don't know. They're up. They're near the Pocono Mountains. I don't know how close that is to you. That appreciates. Yes. Right, Benny. Yeah. So I don't know how close up the Pocono. They're near the Pocono Mountains. My family. So I don't know how close that is to you up in Erie. Hope you are able to get away. Yeah, that it would be nice. And then I'm hoping to meet up with Danny, at some point, because if he does his strongman, it will be in the States. So then we'll meet up when he comes to the States. So I'm hoping that would be in like November or December, though. So hopefully we could do that. That'd be fun again. Absolutely. Oh, is it near there, Kim? Is the Pocono Mountains near there? Because my daughter's like, well, you need to get back and forth, and I'm like, huh? And she's like, yeah, I don't know that I could fit you in the car with the baby and all this stuff, right? And I'm like, well, if I have to go myself, what's the point in waiting for you to go too? Then I just go myself. And she's like, so we could all be there at once, so she doesn't have to have all these visitors because she's going through all this. I go, well, that makes sense. But, like, hi, Laurie. Laurie? Did I remember? Did I get it right? Laurie? I always want to say Fox, but yeah, Laurie. Because I always read the channel names, but very good. See that? I did a good job. No, it's almost 5 hours away. Well, that's okay. Like I said, if I'm going myself and I have to take the bus and everything, I could take the bus there, there, there. You love me. Yes, of course. I was just so fascinated the other day with the pets having spirit animal, like spirit guides. I was just like, it was just so interesting. I was thinking about it the other day. But how's your daughter? Ah. It's so good of you to come in. I actually been here 3 hours. I was just getting a little tired and hungry. I was like, I have to get my butt out of here so I could eat something. Because it's 9 o'clock. It's 9 o'clock and it's dark. Yes. We did Spiritual Thursday today. 3 hours. Holy smokes. Yes. I made food. It's so funny because I spent all day peeling potatoes and making the food. I made a big, humongous macaroni salad. I made a big potato and carrot salad with egg. And then I set it in the fridge to get cold. And then it was so hot that I fell asleep. Because it was so hot and humid in the house. I sat in the fan and I fell asleep for an hour. And then I'm like, I don't have time to eat. I have to do the live stream. So then I was like, it's okay. I'll do the live stream. And so I fed the spirits. I gave them the food because I'm like, okay, you eat a little something and I'll eat when I get off the stream. Evie, you're leaving? My daughter just rang. We're going to walk the dog. Okay, enjoy. I was just asking how Jenna is. There you go. Which spirit animal? Water bird is a good one to paint for my project. Which spirit animal? Well, I love my spirit animals the best, which are wolves. I bet you could paint me a pretty ass picture with wolves. Baby wolves and mama wolves and papa wolves. I'm partial to wolves. But if you're looking for a bird per se, I have a really good spirit animal who's a crow. Because crows and wolves go together. So crows are really good spirit animals. I don't know. She visits sporadic. Water bird. What's a water bird? A crane is lovely. Oh, like one that goes in the water. I'm like, don't all birds go, I'm painting an, oh, well, how come not a flamingo? I know they're so cheesy sitting in the gardens, the flamingos, but they really are beautiful. That's a water bird. What? We are part of the wolf backers. I know. Egger crane. Nice. Yes. which is my spirit animal? Huh. That's a good question. We know you had a spirit. We know your spirit guide, but spirit animal. Usually, like, they don't tell you the animals because they want you to know. They want you to know. So how you could tell is basically there's two ways. Kind of like your daughter did it when she figured out it was a polar bear. When I said, okay, I just saw white and fuzzy, and it first thing came to her mind was a polar bear. It's kind of, no, my spirit animal is, oh, that's your spirit animal at Eggert. See that? It's like usually the first animal, if you close your eyes, the first animal that comes to your mind, or if you've been seeing an animal a lot over and over again, and you're like, oh, I see this animal all the time everywhere recently. What's going on? Why am I seeing so many bees? It's because that's a new spirit animal, or that was your spirit animal and you're finally getting to like realize the signs. And Eggert is a pretty spirit animal. A mama bear. Oh. I can figure you have a mama bear. And I ran out of coffee a long time ago too. I'm like, I need coffee. I bet you came out beautiful. You have a community page? You're gonna do you put your paintings on your community page? I'll have to look. My spirit insect is the praying mantis. Ah, There you go. But there's room for one more water bird. Well, you got the crane, like Benny said, or the flamingo. Or a good old-fashioned seagull. Like, you know, the seagulls. I know the New York seagulls can be brutal. They'll steal your food. They'll steal your shirt. They're crazy, but they're damn pretty, you know. But Unicorns by Lori on Facebook. Oh, okay. I'll have to go look. Unicorns by Lori on Facebook. Okay. Oh, so you want a different color one? Well, see because the seagull's kind of white and gray, so the blend in. And oh, wait, let me go to Facebook and look this. Put Laura, see if I can find Lori, because otherwise, forget it. Albatross. Wait, Unicorns by Lori. No, I don't want to. I want to find something. Don't be writing no stories. It always wants me to write a story. I don't do that. Search Unicorns by Lori. Is this you? Is this you? I'm assuming it's you. Oh, you have a wolf t-shirt. See, look. Look at Lori with her wolf. See that? There you go. Oh, look, we kind of like it's like the spiral sun kind of that we talked about. Oh, I love the rock shoe. Oh my God, so cute. You gotta make a flip flop Benny foot. Look, Benny. Look at the rock. That's you. That's your footsies. Look at that. She made that on a rock. That's Benny's feet. Her feet are always out in flip flops. So cute. That was a rock. I know. Unbelievable. Mallard ducks symbolize adaptability, grace, and emotional depth. Ooh. Ah, come on. Light, work with me today. Work with me. Independence, tenacity, and a close bond with the natural world. Lovely. So cute. Yes. It's Benny's. It's Benny's flip flop. Flip flop foot. With all the fancy bling on it. Yes. I'm gonna have to try, Lori, to maybe maybe do one of those for Benny and her flip flops. Benny and her flip flops. Look, Lori does a lot of wolves, Kim. Look how pretty. Oh, were you doing all the tarot card? Look at the Knight of Wands. Beautiful. Oh, you did a flamingo here. Good job when she did Florida. The desert sweater. Yeah, I can find a rock for that too. I'll send you 2 big rocks in the mail. One's going to look like a Benny's flip flop foot. The other one's gonna be Benny's desert sweater. That's what we call it. The Benny's desert sweater. It's her robe. And whenever it's a little cold in the desert, Benny puts on, she calls it her desert sweater, which is her robe, like her pajama robe, and she goes out exploring. I can paint anything on t-shirts. It's nice. Yeah, we do. We're the wolf pack. We're part of the wolf pack because we all have wolf spirit guides, most of us. Like me, Kim, Danny, Tina, and Sherry, and Drew, and the list goes on of the sisters that have spirit guides that are spirit animals that are wolves. So we call ourselves the wolf pack. And you happen to have one too. See, there you go. So you're a wolf packer too. I love that. I'll never forget that desert. The desert when I'm like, "What are you wearing?" She's like, "My desert sweater," which was her robe. She wears her desert sweater a lot when she goes to Wally's World too. Walmart. Mm-hmm. Oh, you have a desert sweater. I thought you meant you had a wolf spirit animal. She's like, no, I have a desert sweater. It's too hot in New York to have a desert sweater. When it's cold. You need a parker, with feathers. And when I'm in the house, the upstairs people like it hot. Like they want the heat blaring, and I fucking hate it. And it's so damn hot that I have to be naked in the winter. So I'm naked in the summer, naked in the winter when I'm in the house. I'm always naked. Oh, Justin Eggert, you might have more. Usually people have more than one spirit animal because I have like the wolf and I have the crow. So you should kind of look up what goes, like what animals in nature go with it, because in death they might still like wolves help the crows get food because they cut through the hard part, and then they'll call them, and then the crows will come down and eat the softer part of the animal after the wolves tore apart the hard part, which the crows can't get through. So they help each other out in life, and so they stick together in death. So if you look, maybe there's an something that your spiritual animal was close to in life, that you might actually have another spirit animal in death. Just say, like this is my UberX channel. I wear my desert sweater when UberXing. That's right. Yes, when she goes look at and you know what else I'll never forget? The first time I ever saw it, Benny was doing this, like showing like this house, and in front of the house was a dead cactus. Like, but the cactus was humongous and it was so brown and hanging and dead, and I'm like, how does a cactus die in the desert? I never thought it could happen. And I was like, oh my gosh. If they can't keep cactuses alive in the desert, I don't know why I bring them here to New York, because they're definitely not living. I can't even keep the cactus alive. But I think it gets too cold for the cactus in the winter. But yeah, I was like, what? What? Dead cactuses in the desert? Never. I was so surprised by that. I don't know why, but this big, humongous cactus, and it just fell over and it was all dead. And I was like, what happened? Yeah, you're laughing, but I couldn't believe. It was something I never thought of that would happen. Like, like you just would figure they would live in the desert because that's where they belong. But I was like, oh my gosh. Like, do you have to water them? Like if it doesn't rain or a lot, or like I thought that's why they lived because there's water underneath the sand. Like I just couldn't fathom when I saw that dead cactus. I was like, what is going on? Everything changes. Yes. Some things just blow your mind. So, everything has an end. It's true. It's true. Um, but it was so big and like, like I guess so. Like it was an older one, but I never like it would. Like I was like, nah. Yeah, a dead cactus in the desert. Like it just you don't think of these things. You think of a dead cactus in Christina's house because you know it's not in sand and she forgot to water it for 6 months. But you don't think of a dead cactus standing in the desert, leaned over, and that you just don't think about it. Some things just blow your mind. I should make a list of all the funny things that blow my mind. That would have to be a next comedy moment video I make. Things that blow your mind. There are cactuses out here that are a few hundred years old. Right! That's what I think when I think of them. Like, I shouldn't see a dead one. Because I'm not 100 yet. But obviously, they were there before me. Obviously, that cactus was there before me. But you would just think that it wouldn't happen. New Yorkers don't, yes. We're so bad. I'm bad with plants in the house. I'm not bad with the plants out here. Benny is in California, in the desert in California. So I get to see, this is what I love about YouTube. You get to see, like, Kim's in Pennsylvania, Benny's in the desert in California. Then I'm friends with the UK people. I get to see around the UK what it looks like. I get to I get to see Arizona. I get to see all these things like I would never see because I can't afford to travel all these places, but they video it. Look at this beautiful thing here. Look at this. So I tried to do that too, like when I was in Long Island and wherever I go that's like historical, like that you should see, I put it in my historical playlist. So because who knows how long anything will be anywhere, right? So you just have to film it and share it, so people can see these things. Because until I die, I'm not gonna be able to go to Greece and see the ruins. So I always watch the ruins on YouTube. Like they go there and they video, the UK, Scotland, all the places you could see. But I'm from the East Coast. Well, most of the East Coast, right? Betty traveled around a lot. She was in Florida. She was in Jersey. Yes, there's lots in the national park, right? Oh, I bet that's beautiful. Yeah, just things that if people didn't video them, you'd never see. Like, I'm in New York, but I know I cannot go see like Mount Rushmore. I love you and your little channel too. Thank you, honey. I love you and you and you and you and you, no matter what you do on your channel. I love you. You're my adopted mother. Like I adopted Benny as a mama when I met her. So I don't know if people do that, adopt a mama, but I did. She's my adopted mama. Um, but yeah, I love seeing as much as I can. Like, so I go watch all those, Egypt and all that stuff. Because, until I die, I'm not going to see Egypt. I'm not going to Greece. I hate planes. For some reason, children flock to me. Yes, I'm hardly a children anymore, but if you at least got, I don't know. I think when we met, you were kind of around my mother's age when she passed. So, yeah, that's why I adopted you as a mama. I miss the craft streams. Oh, yes. It is too hot to craft, but on live stream. But maybe, Benny, maybe we have to do that. We have to do a crafting live stream where they don't shut us down for making mermaids 3 hours into it. We should do a little craft stream. What was today about? Today we did spiritual symbols. So symbols that you can use to bring you through your spirituality for protection, for strength, all that. We went through 22 of them. And so the video is up. I put the video up at 7:30 because this is usually a short one, but today we got talking. So yeah, so your mom just said, you'll always be her kid. Yes. That's right. But yeah, so you'll have to it was interesting. I did it's longer, sorry. I try to keep my videos down to like 10 minutes. Um, you know, but this had so much information that, it was really good. Yeah, so we'll have to do that maybe, Benny, one day if you want to do another crafting stream. We'll make something. We'll make something. I have I'm sure jars to paint. I'm off to get a snack. Oh, have a good night, Kathy. Thanks for hanging out with us. I'm actually off to eat dinner, which is a good idea. I stayed, talked to Laurie. See, I'm like, I can't get off now. Laurie just came, but now already Laurie's been here a half hour. So now, now I've been here 3.5 hours. So yapping my little tush off. I'm back. I'm getting a replacement iPad, my mobile charge. Okay, go watch the video if you like. That'd be good. I'm gonna go eat something. I haven't crafted in a hot minute. Sounds like a good idea. Yeah, why not? It's relaxing to craft and talk and have people. So we'll have to set a date for that. I'll get together with you on Messenger, maybe a Saturday night kind of thing. If if you don't stream on Saturday night, that'd be fun. Now, Benny, they have the share, so we can stream on both channels. Just crafting our little asses off. Streaming on both channels. It is 9:39. Yep. Is it the same in Arizona? Or are you like a specific time? Whatever it is, make it boobless. Yeah, no mermaids with boobs. Crafty asses, yeah. Crafty asses. Yes, you could go eat. Okay, I'm going to put on the what do I put on here? I put on the ends one. We'll put the funny end one today. And I will see you guys. Well, of course, if I don't see you before, I will see you Wednesday, definitely. But I'll probably see you somewhere around the tubes before then. So have a good night. Thank you guys for coming, and stay well, and don't forget the good vibes to all the sick mamas. We have a few sick mamas in the community, so good vibes to all the mamas.
Remember, please discard all candy wrappers and popcorn containers in the nearest trash receptacle. Thank you. We are so glad you came. Okay, bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye. Is everyone gone? Huh? Good. Oh my gosh, my cheeks are killing me. I can't keep smiling like this anymore. I'm exhausted.